he would have to, and then Derek Carr would have to. Remember that you told that story where Derek Carr was throwing rocks on the window to open the door to let him in.
Yeah, it's like fucking get in that motherfucker.
I'm about to go level up, I cannot settle for nothing, I never been regular, always knew I could do better, I finally made it this far and I'm not looking back, they didn't see all the time that I put in, now me and the money are way too attached, still rapping 919, the city is mine and I put it all on the map, coming for what I deserve, I put in the work, now I'm about to level up, been on my grind since 2013, now the way that I live, I feel like a king, 24 hours, I'm locked in, I'm feeling like Kobe, getting these rings.
They bring six, Smith underneath, and they get it. Thornton.
Nothing left on my bucket list, but I'm grinding like I'm still in the basement. Ain't nobody who working harder. Money tall like Wembanyama. They be talking from the sidelines while I'm on the court. I've been a baller. I'm about to go level up. I cannot settle for nothing. I never been regular. Always knew I could do better. I finally made it this far and I'm not looking back. They didn't see all the time that I put in. Now me and the money are way too attached. Still rapping 919. The city is mine and I put it all on the map. Coming for what I deserve. I put in the work. Now I'm about to level up. Always knew my potential. Hop in the Porsche and there ain't no rental. Came a long way from studying dental. Now I got plaques inside of my bedroom. Already know where I've been headed. I took my risk and I don't regret it. They showing me love, I'm showing it back. With every song I've been getting better. I know nothing that's good come free. No 9 to 5, I work all week. Put in my time and it keep paying off. I've been getting paid every time I speak. Used to have dreams of getting these ends. Now I make the money about to go level up. I cannot settle for nothing. I never been regular. Always knew I could do better. I finally made it this far and I'm not looking back. They didn't see all the time that I put in. Now me and the money are way too attached. Still repping 919. The city is mine and I put it all on the map. Coming for what I deserve. I put in the work. Now I'm about to level up, level up.
Salute Raider Nation. Appreciate you all showing up, man. Salute to the chat. Salute to the mods in the chat. Salute to everybody here on the panel. Salute to Lou. Salute to Rudy. Salute to P-Ring. Salute to all you guys, man. Really do appreciate it. Salute to Harvey. Salute to William. Salute to Cortez. And salute to Mike. Really do appreciate all you guys always being on. If you guys want to give a shout out, feel free. I salute the one day.
Yeah, what's
Go,
up?
Harvey.
This is number one Raider Stunner. What? Salute the Dustin. Salute the Aaron. Salute the Will. Salute the set time Raider Mike. And salute to everybody in the chat. And salute to Rudy Walker. Let's get started.
Thank you, Dustin. Salute to Sacktown Raider Mike, Harvey, William. Salute to the chat, everybody. Let's talk this Raider talk. Let's go Raiders.
Salute right back to you, Aaron, Harvey, Will, and Dustin. Thanks again for letting us all get up here and have a little bit of a platform to get some shit off our chest. Chat, thanks for being with us, man. You guys make the show keep going. Appreciate it.
Salute to everyone that's coming through. Salute to everyone that's coming through on the panel too. And thank you to the chat for all the comments and for keeping us going with conversation. Shit, the hell is that?
Hell yeah. So I was just thinking, I'm about to go. Give me 1 second here.
What's up, Rudy,
Is he
by the
going
way?
to for his kids again?
Huh?
Or are his kids being bad again tonight?
I didn't hear nothing.
I don't know. He took off.
Anyways,
Maybe he forgot to do something or something.
oh, he's yelling at someone
Oh,
out there.
oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I told you guys.
What are you in his house, Cortez? Goddamn.
Nah.
Oh, he's yelling at someone's.
I know Dustin very, very well.
She did it. She did. I'm gonna fucking whip you. Both of you.
Oh, it's the kids.
Oh shit, they're getting fucking yelled at. You know,
Yeah.
that sucks. I mean,
It's a stern talking to. That's all.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Mike's
Hey,
like, I
did you
know
guys
that.
see that freaking Jon Gruden and Rich Gannon cross paths today in San Francisco?
Yeah, I
Yeah, I
did.
saw that.
Yeah, they were discussing coming
Yeah.
to the Raiders. No, I'm joking.
Oh yeah, but then he was at the Coliseum. He was at the Coliseum on the grass again. He was in the Coliseum.
Jon Gruden said, "Listen, motherfucker, if I become a head coach again, you're gonna be my quarterback." No,
This fucking kid be pounding on my fucking wall over here. I feel like I'm gonna have to get a cattle prod and fucking shock him.
Damn.
Fucking kids, I swear. Oh, man.
Give shock
Damn.
collars.
Those grays are coming from the kids. No,
You ever been shocked? You ever been shocked by a cattle prong? I promise
Fuck
you, you'll
no.
never
Hell
get
no,
shocked by
man.
that motherfucker
Hell
again.
no.
You know
I've been
what?
shocked by a taser though.
Yeah, I mean, it's
I
just
kinda-
like it. It's just
Just
like
because I
it.
want,
Dude,
just
you
because
know
I
what?
wanted to
You
see
know
what it felt
Dustin?
like.
The next person that talks back to you in life, you just gotta tase them.
No, it sucks, man. I'm just glad I didn't shit my pants.
So look, man, this is why I don't talk about falsified reports, okay? Like, the one thing I'll never do to Raider Nation or anything is talk about something that is just because some dude's making it up. The Browns have never said they're going to release fucking Jim Schwartz. Jim Schwartz under contract with the Browns till 2027. So unless he's going to take a seat for the next 2 fucking years or they fucking find someone to trade with, he ain't going to fucking go nowhere. So I highly doubt that. The Browns have even backed it up to say, hey, we'll double down. Like, we'll double down. Fucking, you can't go and put your vote in to be the fucking head coach, and then you didn't get it. And now you're like, well, I don't want to play no more. Like, that's not how it worked. You're under contract. Through the interview, you didn't get the job. We went with Monken because I'm pretty sure you can't develop motherfucking Shador or fucking Masturbator Watson. Fucking
Damn.
Or Gabriel. Or Dylan Gabriel.
So
Let him cook. Let him cook.
So at the end of the day, Todd Monken made the most sense, obviously, to hire. Now, if Jim gets traded out of there or mutual partying or whatever, I just don't see the Browns going to just say, hey, fuck it, we're just going to let you fucking go. Like, I just can't see it, dude. Like, they may fucking have deals right now, but every outlet I've looked at in Cleveland and in the Browns, they have said straight up, dude, that they've never said it. And I've even said sports don't have connection with Kubiak. Why is it that people just make up shit for people to argue or debate about a topic? How about we wait till the motherfucker gets released from the team first, even if it happens, and then worry about the destination that he's going? He's a very high quality, profiled coach, dude. I'm pretty sure he wants to go somewhere. He's going to win right now. And I'm not going to say he don't have a deal with his dad, Kubiak. I'm not going to say that. I don't know him to that extent. But for him, he has better options is what I would say at the moment. But again, I don't see them letting him go. So, and when was the last coach that's been traded for? Why would we trade for him? I just don't see it happening. Like, exactly what we're going to talk about tonight is over the last few nights, I've talked about, rosters that could be where I think, a certain person. But today, I'm pretty sure I've got pretty close to a lot of the roster people that'll be here on the staff. There'll just be some that no matter how good I think I am, I'm not going to hit 100. I bet you I'm going to get 80. But I think at the end of the day, I went back and looked at being able to do lateral moves, not being able to fucking move a player without giving them compensation, players that can't just leave an organization due to those facts, other reasons that organizations will promote that player within before they would allow you to take him. A lot of organizations can just block the move. They don't need to even give you any type of deal because the player or the coach is under contract, so you can't do that. So
they own his ass.
Long story short, it's like so basically it's like I made the title with Jon Gruden on there, right? And the reason I made it, because I've always said Jon Gruden draws attraction. It's a lot of talk deal. There's people even that'll be on this panel that still want Gruden. I'm not going to say I don't want Gruden, but this is what I would say. I would say the only way Gruden would ever make it back on a team at the moment is if he took an OC job and worked his way up just like everybody else. They want to see Gruden's modern day offense. They don't want to just throw him in charge. And I've said, like, could that be something Klint Kubiak does is bring Jon Gruden? So I'm just going to ask everybody in the chat, and I'll ask everybody here in the panel, and then we're just going to move right on. With Klint Kubiak coming back, needing somebody that needs a foundation, knows the Raider way, the structure, all these deals, you're not going to hire Gruden as a head coach, nor do I think anywhere else. But if there was a team that Jon Gruden would be the OC for and is going to help develop a Raiders quarterback for the future, he's a Barstool, only a Barstool employee right now. Even if we hired him, he's still getting $5-6 million. I mean, god dang, is Barstool giving him that? Like, my question would be is, would you guys want Gruden to be the OC to help Kubiak lead him down that way? Or do you just rather have Kubiak be his own guy and create his own shit? Like, how do you guys feel? And I ask everybody in the chat, you can answer it, and everybody on the panel. We'll start with Aaron, go to Mike, William, and then Harvey. Aaron. Fuck it. Mike, you can go.
What
I,
happened?
Oh
I
my God.
Pay attention. We're not doing that. Go, Mike.
okay. Um, I, I just think he's been out too long. No, I want Kubiak to get somebody he's familiar with, and I mean, if Kubiak wants him, then yeah, okay. But I mean, I don't see it. I don't. Your question was, do we want to see that? I would say no, I don't. I just think he's had too much time out. He doesn't seem like a Kubiak type of guy.
I would say I I like Gruden, but I think the only thing like we've kind of talked about with the offense coming here is continuity, and I mean, how long are you gonna have with Gruden if the offense comes out and it just kills it? You know, is he gonna leave after 1 year, or are you gonna try to get him for multiple years? So, you know, I also don't think that him and Kubiak have any connection within any. I don't know. I might be wrong on that, but so I don't think that they would hire him. But would I like to see that? Yeah, I'll give it a yeah. I would like to see it, but I don't think it will.
No, I
No,
wouldn't.
would not want
I
to see
think
that. No.
Klint Kubiak should hire his own coaching staff because I think
What the
it
fuck?
will make him give him the right him being new and to start off fresh so he can have his own meaning to have. And no, I don't think it will work out. So I think he should go with his own coaching staff. Because Jon Gruden has been out way too long.
What do you think, Aaron?
Hell no, I wouldn't want Gruden as OC. Hell no, it's past him already. No. Let Kubiak do his own. He's gonna be the head coach slash OC. Let him coach on the offense.
So would you guys rather see Klint Kubiak as the OC over Jon Gruden?
Calling plays? Yeah, I don't want Jon Gruden calling
Well,
plays.
Well,
well,
Jon
I mean,
Gruden comes from the exact same fucking link tree Kubiak comes from. Who do you think fucking ran that shit? Like that fucking Klint Kubiak comes from the air raid. How the fuck does that work? I would say this. This is what I would say. Dude, I don't think Gruden's going to be a head coach. So you can want one hand shit in the other and see which one fills up quicker. You know, like I think you can get to a fucking point. You can get to a point in life where people are looking at you like, hey, I don't know if I really want to. There were 10 motherfucking jobs. Did he get an interview? He get an interview by anybody? Did I miss it? Did I miss the interview? Because I don't think I did. So at the end of the day, I think if Gruden wants to be a head coach again, just like I said, he's going to have to go back. He's going to have to fucking be an OC on a fucking team and show the world where his motherfucking offense is. I'm pretty sure the Jets would have been the perfect place to do that at if they offered him the OC job, but they didn't. It was probably an advisory job. Just like said, they probably asked him for an advisory job in the background to try to help out their people. To me, I've always said I like Jon Gruden like motherfucker. I mean, he's always been my favorite person as a Raider, in my personal opinion. Like, he's literally one of the reasons I became such a diehard Raider is him and Al, like literally. So I've said it. When you want to talk about committing to the team or committing for the Raiders and talking about backing, like he's 100% the Raiders. There's no fucking coach out there that is anywhere close to Jon Gruden's energy, the way he carries himself, the way he acts for Raider Nation. He fucking goes to his fans. He interacts with his fans. He puts on events for his fans. Like, he's not afraid to be in center of attention. He tells you when he's struggling. He tells you when he's winning. Like, he doesn't have an issue to be open with their team. I've always said I love the dude. I think he's a great guy. But I do agree. I think we're kind of past the past where we don't need to bring him in here at this point. I think you've hired one of the most elite play callers in the NFL right now. And I think it's time. I said this a while back. It's time to have the 1998 Gruden era now again with the young guy, young coach coming in, letting him do his own thing. That's the way I feel like we need to head at this moment. So long story short, would I love it? Yeah, I think if you were able to find a place for it, but I think at the same time it would cause confliction just because of the fact who Gruden is, how much input you'd want to be putting in on it. It would just cause problems. So I don't think you'd want that with a coach like him starting out. And that's just my personal opinion. I don't think Gruden would start shit. I just think I don't think that's what Gruden wants. I think Gruden wants to be a head coach, just like I said. I don't think he wants to go less, but I think if he was, it would be for the Raiders and nobody else. Like I
Right.
truly believe it. But
He
I think
loves the Raiders. I mean, you can't deny that. He loves the Raiders.
Oh yeah.
I've never met someone that loves them more than fucking like I love the Raiders too, but he loves the motherfucking Raiders. It's
Yeah.
everything Raiders, just like him being down there right now in the Super Bowl. He runs into Rich Gannon on the sidewalk, fucking talks about it, fucking goes over shit, goes to the Coliseum, checks out the stadium, the field, everything. I mean, Gruden is a diehard fucking Raider. He's a diehard football fanatic, and he schemes plays like every fucking day of his life. I don't think there's a day that goes by. And if people really knew what Gruden does for Barstool, he meets with all the top fucking coaches in college, dude, of the OCs that came from Ohio, fucking all over this year, Mississippi, Ohio, all top named colleges have met with Gruden and go over game schemes, dude, for the college. So Gruden most definitely in active game calling now. I don't know when he was in those 9 years, it was broadcasting, all this other shit. I think he was more ventured in, but I know Gruden's most definitely locked in on his play calling right now. I've said it. It's one thing he's probably known that plagued him in this fucking last time here, and I think he wants to make it right. There's nobody that studies more tape than Gruden. It's just factual truth, you know. I think if it didn't come to the emails, all the speculation and shit like that, I think Gruden would have been back already. But and I've said this ever since Gruden left. I said he will never be back as a Raider. Like that was the end. Like I will never see him back as a Raider unless he buys the fucking team. But it would be a great deal because of who he is. But like I said, I think like everybody agrees, I think it's just time to move on and go, and that's just what it is. I want to take a second, salute to everybody in the chat, salute to Rosetown Rudy, the one to hate, Yoshi Mitsu. Appreciate all you guys in there talking, man. Really do appreciate it. Right, you can. There's a few people in here right now that haven't. Lou, appreciate all you guys, man. There's a few guys in here that haven't been in here before. If you guys want to enter the giveaway, just throw out your scoring team, who you think's going to win in the score, and 34-21 Seahawks, or however you want to do your score. And then Mike will write it down, and then after the Super Bowl, he'll let you know. And whoever the closest person is will give $25 away, or a $25 gift card. So, like I said, up to you guys. But if you want to compete or not, but you're more than welcome. It's free, don't cost nothing.
Yeah, just to let you know though too, when you shout out a score, uh, I will look up the scores to make sure that's because we can't have duplicate scores. I will let you know that you need to pick a new score, and so you just have to change one of the digits, whatever, however you want to do it. We can't have duplicates.
Facts. So just to go off of this topic real quick is that's how you guys feel. None of you guys want to see him, and everybody agrees that his time is done.
Facts.
All right, so look, basically, like I said, I've been up most of the day fucking going through this dude's history, going through most of his staff, most of the people that he's gone through, and I'm going to go through, and I'm going to, like I said, until we get him here and start getting the staff hired, it'll be something we talk about a lot. I think, like you said, once you've got your coach, you still have to have your coaches. A coach can only go so far without having his team behind them. They got to be able to work
And
in all
freaking have his coordinators around them.
facts. You gotta be
Hey,
around
did
good.
you ever think about who his special teams coordinator would be?
Yeah, I got all his people. So we'll start with his offensive coordinator. I believe his offensive coordinator is going to be Andrew Janko, due to the fact that the guy Pets that's over there, he has followed with him. He was Rams QB coach. He was with him. I believe Seahawks are going to try to promote him. So it would be the only thing to do, the right thing to do. So I think they're going to most definitely try to promote him. So I believe the offensive coordinator position will probably be given to Andrew Janko, because it's going to be Klint Kubiak, head coach / OC. He's calling the fucking plays. That's what it's going to be. Look at Andrew like you look at Greg Olson. That's what I think this is. It's a Greg Olson type hire where he's a good quarterback coach. He works really good, and he's going to help him scheme plays. It's an upgrade, and he gets him out of there, and he gets to come here. Andrew is a 13-year coach veteran, born in '88, who has followed Kubiak close for years. Started as a graduate assistant in Rutgers, moved to NFL quality control with Tampa Bay, then spent 7 seasons with the Vikings. Offensive line, wide receivers, quarterbacks under Kubiak's influence. Served as a quarterback coach for Chicago, 2022, 2023, New Orleans in 2024 with Kubiak, and Seattle in 2025 with Kubiak. Expresses his experiences in quarterback development and offensive line concepts. His promotion allows Kubiak to call plays while Janko handles daily OC duties, focusing on efficient pass and rookie quarterback mentoring, potentially top pick Fernando Mendoza. So Andrew Janko has followed him. He's been around their whole system. He knows them the best. I've said it. Clint is going to bring people he knows, familiar with, and people that have followed with him. Like I said, their crew. He's going to bring him, and I believe he'll promote him to the OC position, and that will be who our OC is. And I'm just going to name our OC, DC, special teams, and then I'll go through all the people. But once I name these 3, then I'm going to ask you guys how you feel about them, what you think, and then we'll move on to the individual persons. I believe after researching every possibility, every
Jim
person,
Schwartz.
yeah, absolutely not. I believe after all the deals in defensive coordinator, I can even go over the Browns. So the Browns, from what I've seen here, so what I've seen right here is it says, however, more recent updates as of early February 2026 show the Browns, including new head coach Todd Monken, owner Jim Haslam, or however you say his name, and insiders have expressed a desire to retain Schwartz. Monken has called him an outstanding DC, spoken with him, and indicated the defensive system will stay intact. Reports from beat writers like Mary Kay Cabot suggest Schwartz has a decent shot or a good chance of returning, partly because he's well paid, under contract, and the team can block lateral moves to other coordinating jobs through not head coaching ones, which there's no head coaching, so he's not going to be a head coach. Therefore, he can't make lateral moves, so therefore they'll block it. Players like Pro Bowl cornerback Denzel Ward have publicly hoped for Schwartz to stay. Monken and Hazel have been mum on specifics in recent pressers, calling it a matter of another day or ongoing conversations with
it. So it is,
Dustin. Say again.
I said, take it easy, man.
Late. No indication of releasing him. There's no evidence or reporting of the Browns planning to release or fire him. Instead, they're playing hardball to keep him, even if it risks tension. Swartz's future remains unresolved and fluid. He could still push to leave, retire, or hold out, but the Browns clearly intend to keep him as the DC under Monken, not release him, and they're not going to do it. The person that made that accusation was Albert Greer. Albert Greer don't run the fucking deal. People need content to speak about. Until the Browns are either willing to trade him or decide to release him, which they've literally said they're not, then he's going to be a Brown. Like they said, he can fucking retire for all they care at that point, because he's not going to leave and go somewhere else and fucking play for them. They're just not going to do it. So I don't think it's realistic with him, nor should talk about until he's released from the team. When he's released from the team, then I'd be like, hey, let's go fucking talk about him and bring him. I'd have no issue with it. So long story short, I believe the defensive coordinator at that point is going to be fucking Carl Scott. I think Carl Scott will be his defensive coordinator. And the reason is he's known him for a while and he's been with him for a while. It says rising secondary specialist, born in 1985 with college roots at McMurray and stops at Delta State, Tuscaloosa, Southeastern Louisiana, Louisiana Tech, Texas Tech, and Alabama. Cornerbacks coach in 2018-2020, entered NFL as Vikings DB coach in 2021, overlapped with Kubiak, then Seahawks DB coach, passing game coordinator since 22, known for building strong secondaries with adaptable coverage, cover three, diagnose and generates turnovers. His youth and energy bring modern pass defensive schemes to complement Kubiak's ball control offense, emphasizing limited big plays. Now, I believe he'll try to bring him because of the fact that he has continuity with him, that he's been with him, he trusts him, he knows what Clint's going to do in certain deals, so he can help do that defensively. And I've told you guys in recent conversations, I'm at the point where I would more want a coach that has DB, that is more into the DBs, because I've said if you get a team with good corners, it's going to be hard for a good team to just go out there and say hike and fucking beat you by beating down Kai Blue Kelly. It doesn't matter how good of an edge rusher fucking Mac is. It doesn't matter how good any edge rushers on that team. If the quarterback knows he can say hike and just throw the fucking ball at his receiver because you're not blocking it, well, guess what? He's fucking going to beat you all day. It doesn't matter who the fuck is coming after you. So I believe if you went with Carl Scott, he's going to help blossom the secondary, where we're going to have better corners, better safeties, better linebackers, man, and we'll have better continuity there. Now, there's a guy that's on our team that is on the Raiders right now. His name is fucking Joe Woods. Joe Woods, I believe, could also be the defensive coordinator if he decides.
Interview today.
Say again.
He went for an interview. I forget where though.
Yeah,
he was going for an interview.
Yeah, he could also be a defensive coordinator because he has like 20 or 33 years of experience, dude. He's fucking been with Kubiak, his father. Like he's been with he knows their whole deal.
I think he's been a DC before, if I'm not mistaken.
He's been a DC multiple times, just he's never really been a good DC. The best time that he's had with his team was with the Browns when he had Ward and all them when they first started out. And they went out there and they killed it in the first year. They were 11-5, but the following year and so on, they fell off and he never came back. And don't get me wrong, he's got a lot of experience. He's a good coach. I would rather go with Carl Scott versus going with him because he's just an average defensive coordinator. He might as well have kept Patrick Graham at that point. You know, like I would rather Spytech said at the podium that they're not worried about going five wins this year. If you get Carl Scott and he turns out to be a good defensive coordinator, I mean, fuck, we got our guy for the next few years with our OC and coach, you know. So I would rather take the chance on Carl Scott, knowing what he knows and stuff, than go with the fucking guy that's already been there for 30 years. If he was meant to be a coordinator, he would have been one. And I just feel like he's going to stay on the team. He'll still stay on the team, but I don't think we should make him the DC. I think you should give Carl Scott the DC and then retain, like I said, Woods for the squad. Special teams coordinator, I believe, will be Devin Fitzsimmons. He's a Seahawk assistant special teams coach in 25 under Kubiak, focused on coverage units and return games, lower profile but reliable, follows from Seattle. Basically, just, like I said, he has tendencies with them from there. So I believe, again, these are my opinions. This isn't facts. It's not going to be 100%. I just believe this is who I think the staff could be. Again, offensive coordinator, I think it's going to be Andrew Janko. I think he gets promoted from Seattle to be able to make the transition here without any argument, discussion, anything of those factors. I think he gets promoted. I think Carl Scott gets promoted to DC. That's why he leaves Seattle, comes here with them. And I believe Devin Fitzsimmons will also get promoted, and he will come here and be the defensive coordinator. Now, I'm going to give you guys, you guys can talk on it, all three of them, how you feel, if you even know them or not. But I'll let you start, Mike, if you want, if you want to talk about any of them.
Well, I've been kind of looking them up, as you're doing them, just getting the basics on them and stuff. But the common thread I've noticed is you're going with, bringing over the Seattle staff with them. I know for example, Janoko.
Those are his staff. Those are his staff, just so you know.
Exactly, because Janoko, I looked up, he said, yeah, he was with the Saints in 2024, which is when Kubiak was there, and then he came to the Saints in 2025 when Kubiak came over. So yeah, he's kind of like following along with them. So I like the idea that
he was
for
with
the
them
continuity that they've all.
Too. He was with them in the Vikings. He was with them in the Vikings too. He's followed them his whole tender.
Yeah. Well, I didn't go that far back, but I'm just saying I like the fact that he's worked with them, and he's obviously if he brings them in, he's comfortable working with them, and that's a great thing. Absolutely. And so I'm all for that reason alone. I'm saying all three of these because they all work together. So, and I'll even throw in we already know who the O-line coach we want is, but for those three that you already picked, yeah, I'm all for them, man. I like the idea of keeping the continuity. They know each other. They know they can work together. They proved it. So that's half the battle right there.
Yeah, I'm down for it too, Dustin. I like that offensive coordinator. Isn't he the quarterback coach?
Yes.
Yeah, he's good.
It's like Pets, I believe, would have came. But I think in order to make this work for both sides, Pet is still under contract, and they're going to want to promote somebody. It's just like I've said about Nathan Shieldhouse. He'll probably be promoted into OC due to the fact that Mike LaFleur was hired to the Cardinals. If not, I would bring him. I'd promote that motherfucker to the OC. But I have a feeling they're going to obviously promote him, just like the Broncos did with Davis Webb. So, like I said, I've give and I've taken. I could have taken Aiden Dern as the defensive coordinator, but it wouldn't make sense because he's handpicked by McDonald. Donald isn't going to allow him to fucking make a lateral move. That's his guy. He picked him to come with him there, so he's not going to allow Dern. I believe Carl Scott promoted.
No, can't he because he doesn't call plays?
They can't let him go. He's a DC and he's under him. He can block him. I looked it up. He can block him. They don't gotta let him go.
Not for a lateral move, right?
Yeah. Same thing with Jake Petts. They don't have to let Jake Petts go. He can stay there. They can block the move. They don't gotta let him leave. He can stay on the team. They'll have to look to promote somebody on the team, and I think that'll be who will take that deal. He knows Kubiak's system. He knows how to run it. He'll probably stay there. And don't get me wrong, if he can come, great. But I don't think it works because you're not going to get Andrew, which Andrew's been with Kubiak the whole entire time, and they're about to go develop a quarterback. This guy's developed quarterbacks, dude. So that would be absolutely insane not to do that. And everywhere that Kubiak has had success with Kurt, Derek, and here, he's been on every road, every place he's been. So I don't think you just not take his guy with him. I think Pets joined him in after the Rams. So I think it's going to be Andrew. And then, like I said, Carl, just because I said he's an up and coming coach, dude. He's going to be in there. There would be people that would try to hire him right now, but they're playing in the Super Bowl, so they can't get him right now. So I think Carl would be a good hire too for the defensive coordinator if we're allowed to have a fuck up year for getting started. Then I would have no issue against it. I think it'd be great. I think that'd be a great start, dude, because I've said it at the end of the day. It's going to be Klint calling the plays anyways.
Yeah,
I'm going to
but
ask you a question, Dustin. If you don't mind, I'll ask you a question, Dustin. Do you think? Okay, say this is true. You know what you predict. Andrew Janoko and Carl Scott come over. Do you think it's going to be just still only going to be Kubiak picking out their assistants, or do you think he's going to, want to? Because if they have a background together, it seems like they'd want to throw some ideas off the wall to each other and come up with their assistants.
Well, I would say, like, are you saying, like, what do you mean? Like the offensive coordinator gets his
Yeah,
assistant?
for his O line coach, for his tight ends coach, for his receiver, and so on and so on.
Who's going to give him? Who's hiring them?
I mean, do you think it's going to be more of a collaboration between Kubiak and his coordinators to help him pick or give ideas on picking who
Hell
the
no. I
assistants are going to
mean,
be,
hell
or it's
no.
going to be all Kubiak?
It's all Kubiak, I would assume. I mean, it's his team. It's his job to lose.
I understand that. You don't
Yeah,
think
I
he's the
mean,
type that would, you know,
I
consult with
don't know why he wouldn't. Why would he be asking his coordinator that's followed him all the way around who he should
hmm
hire for his team? I don't think that makes any sense. He's the
Well, I'm
boss.
not saying who. I'm just saying if you had any ideas. I'm not
This is
saying.
how I would look at it. If I run a multi-billion-dollar business and I brought you in to hire you for a floor manager on the 17th floor, I don't need your opinion on who I hire on the other 18. You know what I mean? Like, it's not rude. It's not disrespectful. I gave you your job. Now I got to go give the next guy his. I'm the one that decides that's my job. Like,
Okay.
that's all I'm saying. And when Klint comes here, he'd be a fool not to. Do you think Jon Gruden designated his roster to somebody, or you think I don't think that would be smart. I absolutely don't think that'd be smart in any way, shape, or form. I believe it's the head coach, do or die. Like, you pick your squad, and I'm not going to say if he
Mm,
chooses or not. Okay. I'm not going to say if you're saying, like, is it good? If you believe that, I believe it, but I don't think he's going to do that. I would absolutely.
no, I'm not saying he's going to let his coordinators make the decision. I just thought they might throw some ideas off the wall with each other.
Most of his coordinators all have interacted at some point or another together. The
Yeah,
people I'm going to talk about,
that's
they're
what I'm
all
asking.
they're all linked at one point or time in the last 10, 15 years with his dad or with him. And for those guys, like I've said, with Carl, he's been with them multiple times, like with the Vikings and here with the Seahawks. He has familiarity with who he is. He falls with them. It's the biggest thing I've looked at. Clint's going to want to be able to trust somebody that he knows. Like, it's his hires. It's not Spytech. Spytech ain't hiring them. Spytech literally said the head coach will make his hires.
Right.
So, like I've said, offensively, he would be an absolute fool, in my opinion, to let any person on his personnel determine who he put out, wide receiver, coach, halfback, any of those deals. That's his job. That's his job, and just like I said a second ago in Remblance, like, if I bring a guy in for the interview, I'm the one that hires them and he's leaving. That's how it is. And when we get done and we all end up on the field, that's where we can have the conversations of input. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, I need to be able to interview these people. I need to know their connections. I need to know that they know my system. I need to know that we're not just hiring random Joe. Now, if there's a position of need somewhere else and they need to look for an odd man out type deal, then I would not argue the fact. But I think he will. And to start out the deal for the staff, there's only one guy I'm going to go out on a limb, which I don't think we get. I don't think we're going to get this guy, but I'm just going to say I would love to get him. I would love to get him. So basically starting out with the offensive side with Kubiak, I think the quarterback's coach, I would try if I was them to go after Chandler Whitmere. He's a up and coming coach with a modern pass game experience for college ranks. Fucking, which he comes from Indiana. He fucking
Oh no,
coached with
he's off today. He's off the board now.
Why?
He just signed with somebody today, Tampa, I believe, somewhere. He's no longer. Yeah, he signed. I forget with who. Let me look it up.
Well, that sucks because I thought he would have been a great option, man, with Clinton fucking coming out with Fernando. I thought he would be a great option with them because he knows his deal, the system. Like, he would have been a great option. Did he really sign with somebody?
Smokey, no problem, man. Just asking you. You sound like you're a Seattle fan, which is totally cool. I'm just curious. You must be a Seattle fan. I'm taken by your comment.
He went to Tampa
It's no
Bay at
nice
their.
that. Sorry
He's
to
their
interrupt.
quarterback. I seen that earlier. My bad. I should have told you earlier. And that was a young coach. He's barely
And
34.
I would have taken that guy in a heartbeat. Which I said even to start the conversation, I didn't think he would be that we would get him. Right? Yeah, because like I said, I just had a feeling, but boy, he would have been the perfect option to go with Fernando. He would have easily came out the gun, right out the deal. Yeah, fucking find that stupid fucking file. So the other person I had in there, and again, I would have to look him up because I don't know if he's left yet or not. But I said if Chandler Whitmere wasn't there, I would just keep Greg Olson. If Greg Olson's still on there, I would just keep him because he already knows the players, he already knows the system. I've said it. He's worked good with quarterback coaches. We can retain him. He can stay there. So if I was just going with quarterback coach, I would probably say Greg Olson. I wish we could have got Chandler because that would have been great for fucking, like I said, Fernando. but tough shit.
Ando got coached by him before. Last year he coached, or this last season he's coached them.
So what would you guys think if we went? So like I said, we got Andrew
Greg
Janko
Olson?
as the offensive coordinator, and then we got Greg Olson as the quarterbacks coach. Like, how would you guys feel about that?
About that?
I'd be fine with that. I have no issue with that. I mean, if you're bringing back Greg Olson as quarterback coach and Andrew Janko as the OC, from what it sounds like, it'll be Kubiak calling the offense. So it really doesn't matter who the OC is. They're just a clipboard holder right now.
Yeah, fact.
Rick, Clay can't come join Klint. Clay can't
Nope.
leave. The Niners locked him up, and he's staying with the Niners. So
Yeah, he's not leaving the Niners for us either.
yeah, he can't go.
Yeah, I heard somebody today talking about that Clay coming over. I'm like, fuck,
Clay can't come
no,
over.
he can't.
Yeah, he can't come over.
No, he's already signed the deal with the 49ers. He's already agreed. He's already stated he would stay there. So that's not even an option.
That, because he took back took the OC position, it would be a lateral move because we can't hire him as a head coach. So they would block his interview. So he's not leaving.
He doesn't call plays. Is Kyle gonna let him now?
Well, there's no point in him coming over here.
It doesn't matter. He'd been promoted up. He was a pass game coordinator. Now he's a OC.
He's already got his promotion for the offseason.
How would you feel, Mike, if they decided to? How would you feel if they decided just to retain Greg Olson as the quarterback coach?
I like Greg Olson, man. There's something about him. I just like that guy. I mean, he did a good job before. I don't think he did bad before. I'd be happy to bring Olson back or keep him there. I mean, by the way, I'm writing down your coach picks, so I'll have written proof. He's come through. I say, hey, and I wrote down the date. No, Dustin picked that on February 3rd. Oh, he picked that one on February 3rd. He picked that.
I always say I got the video, man. I got. We can always. Nothing's getting deleted here, so.
Oh, dude, I always edit shit up. So if it comes down to it, I mean, we could just.
I've always said. I mean, I can only guess on where we're at and like who's there at the options. You know what I mean? Like, I can only go back by who he knows, who they are. I can only do the best in there. I think it's hard that a coach would just hire randoms. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to say that they want it, but I don't think a coach bases his career on random people. You know what I mean? Right. Like, the way I look at it, every person has connection with them. Even Greg Olson has connection with them. But I said Chandler, I even said starting. I don't think we'd get Chandler, but he would have been a good option to bring for sure. So the next guy and there's another guy that's on our squad. I just moved him down because his name is Rick Denson. He would have been the choice I would have picked for the running back coach. But I seen that Eric fucking Studsville, he has connections with Kubiak through the Broncos overlap in 2016.
Yeah, right.
He knows he's a longtime NFL assistant with the Broncos overlap 2016 with Kubiak, veteran in the zone run schemes, emphasizes vision, patience, and pass protection, protects alignment with Kubiak balance, Shanahan style ground attack. He's going to know how to fit with Kubiak. He's going to know how to run that offense with him. And don't get me wrong, the other guy I brought up, Eric, he can most definitely end up being Rick Denson. He can end up being the run game coordinator. I just think if we're able to land Eric Studsville, he was with Miami and Mike McDaniel. So if we're able to get him and add him over here with the way that they run the ball with McDaniels and the people he has in his staff, and we got Genty in them, I mean, I think he would be a great add for the team. So, like I've said, I think I'll get 80% of these people because of connections and people going down. I would love to get Eric, which we can most definitely get him. All these people we can get. I've checked. They're not binded to nobody. It doesn't take nothing to get them. They're changing people. These guys have been granted permission to seek jobs elsewhere. He has a long coup. You got to remember, Clint's going to be building this team through his dad. Like, it's just straight fucking facts, man. Like, he's going to have to use his dad's resources in order for him to make that jump with there. And it's not even going to be like that. I've said earlier, it's going to be with Shanahan. It's going to be with Kyle. It's going to be with multiple people where they're going to be giving assistance and people off. So some of these guys can leave just regularly. Pretty much everybody on this list can leave regularly. Nobody can be held back. And like I said, every person has a connection with the Kubiak at some point in their career.
What do you think about keeping Dylan McCullough, our current running back coach?
Who is it?
Dylan McCullough.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not against it. I'm not against it.
I like him. He did a great job at Notre Dame. And he did what he could with what he had with the Raiders.
Yeah, I think like I've talked about, I think the way any hire in our building will happen is Kubiak will interview them if he fits what they're doing. He'll keep them. But there's nobody in this building that have connections to him, and I've said it. Coaches don't come here for feelings. They don't know those people.
Well, do they have connections with Greg Olson?
Yeah, he has a connection with Greg Olson through his dad.
Okay, I did not know that.
Yeah, he has a connection through his dad. But like I said, they all run the same system. They all come from the same exact link tree, same system, same everything. It's why I said earlier about Jon Gruden. If we're going to hire Klint that runs an air raid, but we're not going to run Jon Gruden that literally came from that fucking link tree, like that's absolute crazy as fuck, But at the end of the day, I mean, it is what it is. The wide receiver coach.
I didn't get your running back coach. What was his name again?
Eric Studsville from Miami.
Eric Studsville? Oh, you gotta like that name.
Yeah, it's either Eric Studsville. I believe it'll be Eric Studsville or Rick Denson. I think it'll be one of those two people.
Or Rick Denson. Got it.
Dennion. Denon.
Dennion, Dinion or what? Okay, I don't know. Whatever you said.
Dennison, Dennison.
IS?
Yeah, ISON.
Oh, like Denison's chili.
God.
The wide receiver.
I love Denison's chili.
So I feel like the wide receiver coach can be one of two people in here too. I think it can be Wes Welker could be an option here. Or they can go with who I think they'll try to go after is, and I don't know if this guy got a job. He might have got a job already. So I don't know if it is. That's why I think I would like to get him, which is Zach Azanin, AS or Azzani. I think he was with
AZZA what? AZZA what?
ANNI.
ANN. Oh, it's asinine.
Yeah, he has Bronco connections in 2018 with Kubiak, proven developer, route running separation, helps elevate the wide receiver room through technique and explosive play design. Now, I think he would be a good option for us. Be a good option. I don't know if for some reason I feel like he has a deal with the Steelers if I'm thinking about it now, but I could be wrong on that one.
What was his first name? Asinine. What was his first name?
His name is
Zach. Zach Asinine. I like it.
I think it was Wes Welker was the other or the wide receiver coach. I'll have to look back. I'll look back at it. So basically, I'll just say, do you guys know who Eric
Welker?
Say again.
I'm looking him up where he's at right now.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. I know he was in Miami. I'm pretty sure he was in Miami with Mike McDaniels. So I don't know. I don't know if he's got another job.
He's with the Commanders as personal analyst. Personal analyst.
What's a personal analyst?
I want to look up fucking.
He got that last year.
I don't know why.
I don't know if he's working in the front office now because he's not listed as a coach. He was with Miami for 2 years from
He can
22 to
leave at any
24.
time he can leave at any time to go back to a coach. He was with the Dolphins, I
Yeah.
think. His last stint.
22 to 24.
Yeah,
From
with the
22 to
Dolphins.
24 as a receiver coach. But
Yeah.
before that, he was with the Niners in 1921.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I would take him.
So you didn't pick a wide receiver coach yet? You were talking about Wes Welker, but you're not
No,
picking him yet.
I did say who I think it'll be. It'll be Asin, or however you say his name.
As in,
I thought that was the tight end one.
No,
No.
that's the wide receiver coach.
Who was the tight end coach? And I missed that one.
I
talking
didn't
about
say the tight end
Yeah, we're
coach.
not.
He
Oh, okay.
hasn't said.
You missed it.
Okay.
You missed it because I didn't bring it up.
Well, finally, I missed something that wasn't brought
Mike, you were
up.
supposed to read his mind, man. You're
For
supposed
some
to
Yeah,
reason, I
read.
wrote down
this guy.
TE. So I don't know why. For some
I
reason,
can
I
go
wrote down
through
TE.
his kind of background of I don't know how to Asanen or however you say his name, was a wide receiver coach for the Pittsburgh Steelers from 24-25 season. However, the Steelers are undergoing a staff overhaul. That's why I said he can pick him up. Undergoing a staff overhaul post 25 campaign and multiple sources. Steelers coaches track Steelers away. Interviews confirm he is not being retained and is currently a free agent. Uncontracted as of late February of 26 in his interview. So, like I said, I think he would be a great option for it. I mean, he's played wide receiver at Central Michigan in 94 and 98. Started coaching as a volunteer in Valparaiso in 98 and wide receiver coach there in 99. Long college tenure, including Central Michigan 07 to 09, Tennessee 12 to 15, and wide receivers coach, recruiting coordinator, pass game coordinator, helped bowls to bowl wins, and developed talents in high volume passing. NFL career, Chicago Bears 2017 wide receiver coach, but Denver Broncos multiple stints, including 2018 and around 21-22 wide receivers coach, longest tenure coach on staff. At one point, worked closely with Kubiak during his Broncos PGC/CB role, developing players like Emmanuel Sanders, Cortland Suttons, and Tim Patrick and Jerry Jeudy. New York Jets 23 wide receivers coach, helped Garrett Wilson early. Pittsburgh 24-25 wide receivers coach, known for a hard coaching style that changes. Young talents like George Pickens, Calvin Austin, and Roman Wilson emphasize consistency, routes, patience, and so on. Style and strengths, relationships driven by intense focus and technique, release system or stem separation, contested catches, and explosive plays. He's coached elite talent like DJ Metcalf briefly in some reports, though timelines vary, and consistent ranks as one of the top wide receiver coaches in the league. His Broncos overlap with Kubiak Shanahan tree alignment on play action and space concepts, making him a natural fit for elevating the Raiders wide receiver group. Jacoby Myers, well, he's not on there. Tucker and the draft assets and the balance efficiency. So, like I said, I think the guy being in overlaps, knowing the West Coast, like I've said, Clint's got to bring people he's familiar with, and he's got to bring people that can help him win right now, develop people right now. I don't think Clint's going to go out here and just hire random peoples, just to my bad. I was just reading that. But that's why I think I've picked the staff that I picked, because I believe the more familiarity he has with players, individual.
Who's the tight end coach?
We're gonna get there. But what so far? What do you guys think? If they've got Greg Olson as the quarterbacks
I'm
coach,
cool with the
Eric
staff so far.
as the running back coach, and Zach as the wide receiver coach, do you guys have an issue with any of them, or do you even know?
Nah, hell no. No,
I
I'm
have an
cool with
issue with them.
it.
I still, I know they may not because there's no connection or nothing, but I still want Dylan McCullough to stay. I like him as the their running back coach.
And
That's
you
me.
never know; it could be an option. If Eric's
Yeah.
over there with Miami and they choose to keep him, or Clint don't even choose to go, like I've said, he's going to interview the Raiders first, so there could be a good possibility with him running it. I would just have to see, what is he, a West Coast guy? What is his deal? Because if he's not a West Coast guy, I don't know if they're going to try to keep him. But again, I don't know enough about him to know what his system or is, and I think, like I said, in there, I would have to research him more. I just don't know. The tight end coach you guys will probably like, because the Raiders will retain the tight end coach. Klint Kubiak would retain Luke Stuckel. I think they do keep him. I think they do keep a few people here. But the reason I believe they keep him versus the halfback coach is I didn't see the halfback coach do anything special with Ashton. That's the only thing where I think like they would probably revert to familiarity versus, and again, I'm not going to speak for them retaining him or not, because I don't know. But what I would say is, with Luke, you can pretty much say like Luke is going to fucking stay, because he is already been
Who's
helped
I actually agree with what you're saying there, because if I'm just being honest,
yeah?
if he was a good running back coach, we would have had someone else that would have been somewhat productive. We had nobody. This whole running back room was fucking terrible. And then, like,
We had
I
no
get it.
offensive line.
I get that and stuff, but like also like the fact is, like, not one other person was able to even see the field and be even somewhat anything. Like, and they couldn't do anything else. They couldn't return. They couldn't receive. They couldn't do anything. So, a good running back coach is going to teach them, at least something to be good at. None of them could block. I mean, and like I said, yeah, I agree the line wasn't great, but like, guess what, man?
A-
Like,
Actually,
I've
actually,
seen.
Genty turned out to be a great pass blocker towards
I
the
would
end of the
just
season
say
when he
this is
started
the
getting
Well,
only thing
better.
I would say about the.
that's what I was saying though. My thing was, nobody else outside of Genty did anything, like, anything whatsoever. They were so bad that some of them didn't even see the field for more than 90% of the season, and that was for a reason. None of these guys could do anything. When we had Zamir White in the start of the year, they benched him because he was so unproductive. He was only hurting the team, and he was running into his own guys, which made zero sense.
I would just say, like, with
All
the
right.
running back coach, the only thing I would say is, and just in any opinion is like, Genty was the only one that produced 1,300 all scrimmage yards. Like,
No
I
doubt
wouldn't
about it.
argue that, and he did that behind a bad line. If there was not another guy on the squad
Well,
that did
well,
any,
we don't have another guy in the squad that's a Genty. No,
yeah, that's what
absolutely
I
not.
would say. I mean, I don't think there's any guy.
Yeah.
I mean, that's obvious.
Yeah,
Well,
pretty.
Now,
like,
what
well,
about
here's the thing. I'm not even like,
And
listen.
again,
I'm not.
what?
No, I was gonna say. All I was saying was, I'm not looking to say like I'm looking for another Genty. It's kind of like me and Dustin have talked about though. We just need somebody when we take Genty out, because, like I said, we can't just throw Genty out there 95% of the game. He'll just get injured.
Hmm.
So you want to be able to take him out and say, yeah, I got someone that can get me 4 yards, 3 yards, that can fight for yards. Because the other
So,
thing was,
so do you?
it seemed like a lot of the running backs, when they did get touches, they would go down on first contact. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay. Well, okay. I'm going to ask you a question then. I mean, as far as okay, we know, for example, are we all pretty goddamn sure that the O line problems was due to the O line coach? Do you think the running
Oh
back
yeah,
problems
terrible.
would do more than the personnel? Correct. I'm assuming. Yeah, I think that's a general feeling of Raider fans. The personnel weren't as bad as the coaching staff. Now, do you feel the same thing with the running backs coach? Was it coaching that wasn't getting the job done, or was it the personnel? Because I mean, let's face it, Dylan Lobby is never been proven in the NFL. He's young, and Mostert's old. So I mean, it's not like he had not even top notch out, just a good backup. He did not have good backups.
But I'd
I
also
mean,
say, I'd say the whole
you
coaching
can't
staff.
make turn shit into
Well,
Shinola.
this is what I would say in that argument. It's something that I've talked about with coaches, right? It's easy for any offensive coordinator to look good with the superstar quarterback,
Hmm.
but
Hmm.
your system should not fall apart due to the fact that your star player got injured. That it shouldn't do that. It shouldn't have a drop off where, in this case, if we're going by what you just said, not me, I'm just saying by what you said,
Hmm.
the drop off fell off drastically from Ashton, regardless of the player's name. A halfback's coach's
Oh,
job is to
absolutely, it
develop
did.
not
I
only
totally
one
agree with that.
person, but every person. So
I I,
if
I
we're going
totally
by
agree
that
that.
standards, I would say he failed. I would just say he failed.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Well, I would
Because, like
also
I
say
said,
the
it's
fact is,
easy. I'm just saying by the standard. I'm just
yes.
saying by standard. The standard speaks for itself because it says without the star player, nobody else produced. He had 17 games. He had OTAs. He
I
had
see.
preseason. He had camp. Not one player produced. Not Zamir. Not fucking Monster. Not fucking Sincere McCormick. Not fucking
Nobody.
what's his other fucking name?
The one we never
Lobby.
saw. What was
Dylan
the first?
Lobby.
Lave. So we're talking about 5 fucking guys, 4 or 5
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah, and it wasn't. It's not like it was common for Pete not to put players in there that should have actually been in there.
I would also say like the
Yeah, and I
biggest
would say
failure.
you're partly right about it probably goes in cohesive of the halfback coach with the O-line coach. If you don't have a good O-line coach, probably going to not be a good halfback coach. So I
We
think you
had
got
the
to have
worst
both in
O-line coach in the
tandem for
league.
damn sure.
We can go as far as to say we had the worst O-line coach in the league this year. It wasn't even close. But that
Yeah, it
guy
was. Yeah,
wasn't even coaching.
89.
That guy wasn't even coaching his team. It literally it was embarrassing. He should never have had the job, but here we are.
Yeah, I think, like I said, salute Diesel. Salute to all you guys, man. Really do appreciate all you guys. We'll throw it out there again real quick, just so you guys know. Anybody that hasn't entered we're just giving away a free $25 or a free $25 gift card. If you want to just throw your score out, who you think's going to win the Super Bowl, just put your score with your team. Mike will write it down after the Super Bowl. He'll let us know who the winner is, and then they can contact me and they'll get their stuff. It's free to enter. It doesn't cost you anything. If you put out a score and it matches up with somebody else's on his paper, he's going to let you know, and you got to change your score because nobody can have duplicate scores. So whoever had it first will be the one that gets it now. So if you guys want to enter the deal, you're free to enter it. Just put your score and put your team, and that's all you got to do. So outside of that, I would just say, I'm not gonna say bad about the guy. I don't know the guy. I'm not trying to discredit nobody, but I would say he could have easily failed due to the O-line. That's what I'll say there. It's not gonna be easy for his job to produce people like Monster and all the names I named due to the fact if he has a bad O-line. You know what I mean? So I would just say let Kubiak talk to him and see what their philosophy is. Because just because a coach had a bad year doesn't mean somebody doesn't think he's still good. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't just count the guy out. I would just say in the search that I'm doing, I think Eric makes a lot more sense than retaining him in my
Well, I
personal.
mean, you have to have you have to have some continuity within the actual head coach. And I think across the board, I think, he's going to look for and I think that anyone that doesn't have a personal actual connection working with them, right? I think, like I said, they have to match up offensively with their scheme and everything. They have to match up philosophy-wise. They have to match up how they think about the offense. They can't, one guy be like, oh, I'm going to teach this, and the other guy's like, no, let's teach this. They have to be on the same page. So, whoever gets on the page more and whoever really fits this scheme that Kubiak and that he will bring to this offense, like I said, whoever fits that better, whoever has better philosophy, whoever gets, talking with the offense better with him, and they'll get the job. And, I'm not going to say the guy that we had was a bad coach. Again, don't know much about him. I do know this. We had no line coach that didn't do his job. So it makes every job tough, as we go down the board. So, if we keep him or we go with the guy that he said that's outside of our organization, I'm fine with either.
The tight ends coach, I think, like I said, they'll keep Luke. I think Luke stays
Yeah, he's
here.
a great coach. Great coach.
I like that. I like that for sure.
Yeah, I think Luke stays here, and the reason why is why I think he stays and the halfback coach don't. He's made progress with everybody on the squad all the way to Ian. Even on a shit line, he made progress all the way down his whole deal. Michael Mayer played a lot better. Ian played a lot better. Every fucking guy under his deal, Brock Bowers played better. Like, he shows, regardless of what's out there in front of him, he can still coach his shit. I don't care if he has familiarity with Klint or not. I believe it's too hard to replace a guy that has this much success with that type of player. He's a superstar player. You don't want to fuck that up, that's what I would say here is you don't want to you don't want to fucking Musgrave this motherfucker for fucking Todd Downing. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want to do that. So I think it would only be smart to keep Luke here. Retain Raiders incompetent hire 2024, entering second season in 25. 17-year veteran from Cleveland, assistant to head coach, Tennessee offensive assistant to tight end coach, Chicago assistant O-line 23, excelled with Brock Bowers, Mayers, led tight end group to NFL high receptions, yards in recent seasons. His versatility O-line one game background provides scheme continuity and player familiarity, and Kubiak's versatile tight end usage. So even though I don't think he has like direct ties to him, like he's tied to his system. Like, he knows his system, how they run those three backs, tight ends. So he knows his system. So what do you guys think? Are you cool with them keeping him?
Yeah,
Definitely cool.
Hell yeah.
That position group, I mean, to me, produced the best this year. I mean, even without Bowers on the field, the offense damn near at its best was when it was going through the tight ends. So, I mean, I'm fine with him. I think that he's a great coach, and actually, he's probably one of the better tight end coaches in the league. So,
that one you love, Dave. Appreciate it, bro. What do you think, Cortez?
I'm happy with it. I'm cool with it. He's done what he had to do when Brock got here. He's done with Ian. Fucking look at Michael Mayer in his third season actually under him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he turned him to be like I'm gonna say this. Like, I know Pete Carroll said this. They're not 1-2. They're both ones to him, and that's the truth. They're not. Michael Mayer's not a number 2. He's a number 1 on any other team.
Facts. 100% facts.
And we got the best tight end room. We got the best 2 tight ends in the league. Nobody could say that. And that's all to Luke.
Well, and some really great players.
Yeah, but
I'll give him some of the credit. I'm not going to give him all the credit because let's just be real. I'm just going to say it. I'm not disrespecting him. He's a good coach. But let's just be real. Brock Bowers walked in as a superstar level player. Like, let's not take that away from him. So I'm just going to say it's from great players and great coaching together. I like him. I'm not going to say anything bad, but I'm also not going to say this is all because of him, because I do believe we walked in with one definitive superstar at the tight end spot without Luke coaching him. And before, he was a superstar caliber tight end.
Yeah, they got the
Well,
two
Luke
best tight
coached
ends.
them.
They
I
got the
think
two
Luke.
best. They drafted the two best tight ends out of college in those years.
In the 2 straight years. Yep.
Luke coached them from day one because Bowers, if I
Yeah.
remember, came last year, right? Am I mistaken? Was he here last year?
Bowers is he'll be in his
Year.
third season, and Michael Mayer will be in his fourth
So
season when the
Fourth
season
was here
starts.
when he was drafted, but I do agree. I do agree that, and I've spoke about that 20 times, that Bowers most definitely didn't get developed here. Like, that's for
No.
sure. He came
No.
in
That's
here.
what I'm saying. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying
What
that.
I would say is this is something I also speak about. It's people like Calvin Johnson, Aaron Rodgers, fucking Brett Favre leaving Arizona and going to the Packers. Sometimes it matters where you are drafted to because a player gels with the coach. I've always said that, dude. I strongly believe if Bowers gets drafted somewhere else, that doesn't probably focus on him the way that Luke does. Because you got to remember, we have a shitty team, dude, and Bowers never slacks off a second, and someone has to teach him those routes, those deals. Like, coming from college to the NFL is a boy league to a man league. You know, it's a whole different fucking deal, and you can have certain concepts, but getting in, and I've said it. I think Luke is a great option for Bowers. I want to fuck it up, but this is a question I want to ask all of you, right?
Okay.
I don't
Can I say
know.
one thing on Luke real quick?
Yeah, we're gonna stay on the topic. Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go. I already
I was
know
going
what
to
I was.
say, the one thing I was going to say is, yeah, Mike Mayers was a great, tight end coming out of college. I followed him in college, so I know who he is. But
Fuck,
the
I thought
one
he was
thing he
gonna
was
be the
not good
baby
at
Gronk.
was not blocking, and I do think he learned that with the Raiders. I do think Michael Mayer is a much better blocker now since he's been with the Raiders because he wasn't for shit in Notre Dame as a blocker. So there is definite improvement from Steckel
Facts. He's
with
been
Michael Mayer.
he's turned on to be an elite tight end. I mean, that's just dead ass. I mean, when he came out
Yeah,
of Notre
that's
Dame, when he came from Notre Dame, everybody thought he was going to be Baby Gronk, dude. That's what his fucking name was Baby fucking Gronk. So they all thought this was the next Gronk Radkowski, dude. And we just, like I've said, he may be
You
that
got used wrong.
he may be that in Clint's system for sure coming right now. But this is something I want to ask. I don't know why, but I think I've heard people say that Ian's leaving or not going to be here, and what, I don't know if it's true
I
or
heard
not.
some. I hope he comes back. I
I
like.
haven't looked,
Ian's a good number 3 option.
but this is something I want to just say. Okay, I haven't looked, but I don't know why I keep hearing it. People keep saying I think Ian's leaving. It's going to be Michael, which I think it would be Michael because Michael's contract's up here right now. I would imagine. I could be wrong on
Yeah,
that.
because he went in the second
His
round,
next-
and this,
Yeah. This is his last season.
last
He has
year.
one more year.
He was
Yeah.
last
He's
year
still,
on his rookie
he's on his
contract.
4th-year deal right now.
So
Gonna
this is
be
what I would
fourth.
say: if Ian leaves and we don't sign him, right? There's a player that's going to be out there, man, that most definitely has played and succeeded in Clint's deal, but he also played here too. And I like the guy a lot. So this is what I would say: if Ian leaves, if the Raiders can sign Foster Moreau and bring him back here with Mayer, Foster, and Bowers, like, how would you guys feel about that?
That's a 3-punch right there. That's a 3-punch.
Foster had 7 touchdowns his rookie fucking year. Like, I mean,
and the crazy thing is, in New Orleans, he fought cancer and he beat that. So yeah, we need to bring him back. He needs to come back. Where the team that drafted him.
I don't know if you're talking.
My bad. It's one of the few 1-year free agents that we signed that I want to bring back.
Your name was, or your deal was muted. I couldn't hear anything you were saying.
Who, me?
No, Mike. I see Mike was talking for a minute, and
yeah, I repeated myself. I just said Ian Thomas. One of the few 1-year deals we signed last year that I hope we keep. One of the free agents we signed for a 1-year deal.
Would you take him or Foster Moreau?
Foster.
I take Foster Moreau in a heartbeat. I'm sorry.
Can you imagine if they had Foster, Michael, and fucking Bowers?
Oh my
That'd
god.
be
That'd be
crazy, man. That'd
insane.
be the best tight end
That'd
room.
be the best tight end room in the NFL for the last like 5 years.
By far, by far. Not even the Raider haters could say that's still not the best tight end room in the fucking NFL.
I mean, I would do it in a heartbeat. I think Foster added to this line here, dude, and the rotations you can do with the 2s and the 3 tight end set, interchanging them with Mayer, Foster, and Bowers. I don't know how illegal fucking stay up with it. I don't know how they're going to be able to do it. They're just too good at all levels. And fuck, even if you went into a 3 tight end set, fuck, get ready. Get fucking ready.
Well, hey, you know what? You could do at Foster, Dustin. Hey, Dustin, you know what you could do at Foster or Michael Mayer? Throw him in the backfield and block for fucking Genty too.
Use him as a fullback, yeah.
Yeah, throw one of them in the fullback. Yeah.
Shit, Brock Bowers has done that too.
But you guys would bring back in if Foster's not an option. You guys would bring back in. Would you guys do that or look for somebody else?
Ian on a cheap contract.
He was our best blocking tight end.
Runyon is a good option, Rosetown. You're right. We did bring him back.
I think I like Thomas better.
Salute to STV Sleep Boat.
Yeah, what about the O-line coach, Dustin?
I think he's holding us in suspense.
That's the next. That's the next guy. I think that the next guy is going to be O-line coach.
Pretty obvious.
John Benton. I think he brings John Benton with him.
John Benton.
He's 33-year coaching veteran, born in '63, former Colorado State player, NFL O-line coach since '03. Rams, Texans, Dolphins, Jags, Niners, Jets, Saints 24, Seahawks 25 with Kubiak. He's followed Kubiak since the Saints to the Seahawks. 7 of his lines ranked top 10 in rushing, yards a game, zone blocking.
What was his first name again?
Expert who follows Kubiak closely. Kiefer run
John Benson.
Foundations and protections and play action heavy scheme. So
I'm 100,000% on. I already wrote it down before you even said it because I knew what you're going to say. I already wrote down John Benton. That's who I want to.
Yeah, I think somebody said earlier about getting Carmen Basila, and don't get me wrong, I would, but I don't know why. I felt like I heard a report say that. I thought he went to Tennessee with Dabo, but I could be wrong, man. But I thought someone grabbed that fool, but like
Seattle Seahawks offensive line coach.
I can most definitely be wrong on that one.
Yeah. Yeah, he has 19 years of NFL experience, 33 plus years in coaching experience. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
He was the O-line coach.
I think
Seattle, yeah.
And I've said this, people got to realize these are Clint's people. They can't stop.
Right.
Those are his guys. He brought those motherfuckers there,
right.
Dude. So they're not going to be able to stop some of these hires regardless. I've said I'm going to give them pets. I'm going to give them pets. But the pets should be able to leave with them too. But I think they're going to try to promote. And once the Seahawks promote, we can't match that promotion. We got to promote Janko, and Janko's been with Clint a hell of a lot longer, and he's had success with everybody, as in Kirk Cousins and the Vikings. He had success with Derek Carr and fucking Sam Darnold. Like he's not going to give up Janko. I don't think. I think he most definitely brings Janko with him. So the O-line coach, like I said, I think, it's a really good option for Genty, dude. I think he'd be a really good coach. Like, if we can get these guys, at least a few of these guys, man, we are going to our team's going to be really good. Jim Swartz ain't going to come here. That's just not happening, bro. Jake Petts, I've said he's I would have no issue with making him the OC. I just think the Seahawks are going to have first rights at him, and if they're leaving with Kubiak, who do they go with? You know, and don't get me wrong, I've seen Cliff Kingsbury be projected over there, so I'm not going to say Cliff can't end up over there and Jake does get to leave, because they're not going to block their dudes if he's bringing his own guys. So I don't think they would do that. But I've said I think it would all depend on who they're hiring as the OC. If Jake can leave, I would take him, and I would take Jake, and I would take Drake and Andrew, and then I would just get rid of Greg Olson. I would just get rid of Greg Olson, put Andrew back down there, and then put Jake as the OC. I would do that, no problem. So I think the run game coordinator, senior offense advisor, I think his name will be Rick Denson. I've said this guy could actually be the actual halfback coach. I just moved him down to the run game coordinator due to the fact that I was going to have him in the halfback coach. But when I seen Eric was an option, being connected to them through their system, their family, everything, I mean, he would be a fool not to try to get that guy. I mean, I think he'd be a fool not to, because if you can get both of them, it's just like I said, you just drop down Eric Denson, make him the run game coordinator, senior offensive advisor, and then you can have both these fucking guys. So like I've said, he can be the halfback coach or he can be the run game coordinator. I'm just saying, if we don't get Eric, he would make more sense to be the halfback coach, and that's my opinion. But again, basically a veteran mentor, born in 58 with deep Kubiak family ties, worked under Gary Kubiak and Mike Shanahan, long Broncos tender offensive assistant to OC, plus Texans, Ravens, quarterbacks, Bills, Jets, Vikings, O-line, run game, senior advisor, Saints 24, senior assistant, Seahawks 25, run game, senior advisor with Kubiak, 3 Super Bowl rings as an assistant, provides run scheme wisdom and advisory role for Kubiak's balanced attack. So, like I've told you guys, Kubiak's dad is not going to allow him to go places without him feeling the people in there. And this is a prime example of dude feeling in there. He's with them even right now. So you know damn well when he leaves, he's coming with them too. So that's all I would say is,
What was his last name?
His name is Rick Denson.
Denson.
Yeah, Dennison.
Oh, the Dennison guy again?
Yeah, I've said he
Oh, the
can
chili
even,
guy again. Oh, okay.
Said depending on if they
Right.
get
Okay. I got him. Yeah.
I can
I
see
see
it
I see
on
what
the
you're
way.
doing here. Okay. My
Yeah,
bad.
and I have another guy I would put here, but I have to open up my file again and find who it is. But I have another guy that can take this. I just felt like if you're getting Eric and Rick, I mean, you're getting a killer fucking option right there, you know.
Are we going to go to the defensive side?
Yeah.
Well, he's not done with the offense yet.
This guy,
He's still got passing game coordinator to go.
He's always up in the fucking deal.
Always ahead.
We just did the pass game coordinator.
Did you? I missed
What
it.
about the running game coordinator?
That was the run game coordinator, is Rick Denson.
Right. I missed the passing game coordinator. Who'd you have for that?
No, that's defense. So that we are not over there yet.
Well, don't you have an offensive pass game coordinator?
That's going to be
Quarterback coach, offensive pass coordinator.
You
Same
have
thing?
your run game specialist and your the run game offensive coordinator, senior. Then right here, I think is defensive backs coach, pass game coordinator is defense. So,
Well, I wasn't talking about. You have an offensive pass coordinator too, usually.
I got a running one.
Okay. All right. Well, it's your pick, man. You do whatever you want.
Yeah, I got a run game and I got a run game coordinator, like, in his deal, and then I got the O-line run game specialist. The pass game coordinator I got on mine is defense.
Okay.
But either way, like I said, I'm gonna go with Rick Denson, and I spoke about why. What do you guys think? Do you guys know anything about him? Do you like him? Or
I'm cool with the staff so far. I'm cool with the staff.
I really like the John Benton thing. That's who I wanted to. Rick Dennison, I know him from what you said before when you were talking about because you said before it was either Eric Studville for the running back coach
yeah,
or Rick Dennison.
yep,
So, so if Rick Dennison doesn't get that role, so you'd like to have him in this role. I get it. I like that. I like that logic, man.
yeah. And then, like I said, if Kubiak interviews the halfback coach first for the Raiders, he can be it too. I don't know him enough to say if he would keep him or not. I don't know him like that. Luke, I knew how he was. I knew that they ran similar systems with the 3 tight end. So I knew he would be a good, just like there's 2 other guys defensively, I know will be most likely staying here. They're not a guarantee, but could be a good possibility. But long story short, assistant offensive line / run game specialist, I think will be Justin Ouden.
This is the offensive line, and what else did you say?
Offense. So he's going to be the assistant offensive line / run game specialist, Justin Outen. And look, some titles are given due to the fact they need promotions to be able to leave the team, and you can put any title on them. You can put any title on an individual staff member in order to give them a promotion. There's no rules against that. That's
Jim
why
Justin what?
his name is Outen, Outten.
Justin Alden.
O-U-T-T-O. Got it. Man, you went to detail, man. Assistant O line coaches, running game specialist.
Yeah,
Damn.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I might not get any of these guys, so who fucking knows, But hey, well, at least I tried, right? So fucking
We'll have to do an over under,
yeah. I
of
mean,
your picks.
I mean, I might get one. I might get
No,
fucking.
I
I might
definitely
get
think you're going to get
Andrew.
at least 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 4. I see.
Yeah, I think I might get a. I might get. That's why I think I get a few, but. So the next guy I think will be Justin Outen, Seahawks run game specialist in 25 with the prior Denver ties, adds depth to the O-line, coaching and zone run execution. So I believe he'll come with Klint over here. And just like I said, sometimes you just got to give him a title in order to get it. That's why the pass game coordinator for mine is going to be defensively, not offensively.
And the crazy thing, Dustin, he played center at Syracuse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, these are all good options, dude, for what we need in the core of players. And like I've said, I believe they're going to most definitely try to run with their ties from the West Coast. Everything.
And did you guys know that fucking Klint Kubiak played safety?
No, I didn't know that.
For Colorado State for 4 years?
I have no fucking idea about
No,
that.
Yeah,
I did not.
he played safety. Colorado State.
So the next guy will be the offense assistant, Michael. Brian, Byrne. He has Saints connections in 24 with Kubiak, quality control analyst type of film study and scheme support. So that I think
Where was he last year?
I have no fucking idea, dude. I just looked up how it would be in that position. I felt like he would be the best option due to pass connections. And don't get me wrong,
This title?
this fucking guy might not even be anywhere around our team, but I just put him because of his connection. His title is an offensive assistant.
Offensive assistant. Okay, got it. Damn, dude, you got water boys picked out too?
I might.
So Bernie or whatever.
His name is the water boy's name is Jared Allen, and he is 22 years old. He's been through Texas Tech, and he wants to be basically he wants to be a supporter to the team any way he can possibly be. So
What's his 40 time?
I don't know. He did say that he did run track, so
Oh,
I'd have
okay.
to look into it.
So you get it out
Oh,
there
what
real
was
quick
his
before it
name?
gets warm.
Say one more time.
What was his name?
His name's Jared Allen.
He played in the NFL.
Hey, I'm just waiting to see if someone caught on here.
Yeah, we gave him a smart ass question, and he gave us a smart ass answer. He actually had a water boy, Jared Allen. I caught it. That was funnier than shit, man. That's why I
All
said,
right,
"What's
what
his
about
40 time?"
defense now?
All right, so the defensive staff, defensive line coach, this can go one of two ways because I know people are gonna most definitely want fucking Rob Leonard. Okay,
Right.
I don't like I said. Now I'm gonna leave that to him to decide. Okay, Rob Leonard is on my list, but I'm just going with what they know, their familiarity, their people. I believe he's going to go because, like I've said, the Niners, McVay, everybody said they would relinquish personnel to help Kubiak with his staff. I think it's going to be Curtis. I don't know how to say. I don't even know how to say his name. I'd butcher the fuck out of it, but it's spelled Kocuerek. Kokirk. I don't.
Kohler Rock.
I have no fucking idea, but he's a
We'll call him
49er
Coach
overlap.
K.
What is it?
Call him
Coach
CK.
K. Yeah, that'll be Coach K. That's a great one. So basically, he has the Niners overlap in 23 with Kubiak, a proven D-line developer with emphasis in technique and rush lanes. I've said it. I think it can be him, or I think it can be Rob Leonard. I'm not going to say that they wouldn't be interested in him or not. I'm just saying when I looked at Luke, there's a very clear standout. Now, with Rob Leonard, I would say the same thing with him. He's had really good production in the D line, so I'm not going to count him out. But I'm saying when you can get a Niners fucking D line coach, I mean, you got to most definitely at least explore that option.
Well, both of them prove they can still make a good defensive line with with all the injuries.
Yep.
Both of them have done the same thing.
Yep, that's facts. So he would be, but I've said I would either or Rob Leonard or Chris. Linebacker coach is Nick Rallis. Now I wanted this guy as the defensive coordinator. I wouldn't count him out either. He's a very young guy. He's 32 years old.
He's from Arizona.
He's the defensive
Wasn't he
coordinator.
the DC?
Yep, he's the DC in Arizona. I don't know if they're going to release him. I don't know if they're going to go in a different way. That's Mike's team now. They may decide to keep him. The kid's young. He's 32 years old. He's very good, young, experienced play caller. Supposedly, he'll be one of the best in the league going, as he goes. But I thought about bringing him as the DC. I've made a video. Well, I've got posts on him in my deal. I would not mind him being the DC if we can get him. But if they decide to go with Carl, just due to the fact that he just trusts him, wants to give him that shot. I mean, Spytek said he would give him a year to be able to develop team continuity. I would not be against Nick being the DC. If we can get him and he's the DC, and then you take So if he became the DC, you would take Carl Scott, you would move him down to the DB coach, and then you would take fucking Joe Woods, and you would move him up to the linebacker coach. So you'd promote him to the linebacker coach, and then he would basically take over that. So you can most definitely flip around positions with the same people. I just felt like linebacker coach for Nick. He has ties with, again, Kubiak. Vikings ties in 2019 and 20 with Kubiak. Young setting coach, specializes in linebacker play and coverage responsibilities. I've said it. I'll keep saying it. I believe he can be our defensive coordinator. So I'm not going to say that. And Joe Woods has experience all over the board. So he can most definitely be the linebacker coach. There's no deal why he can't coach linebackers. So I would most definitely consider changing that up if we would do it. I'm pretty sure Carl Scott's coming with him, but again, he could also stay there. I'm not going to say that he won't. But these are the people I think, like I've said.
How do you spell his last name? Rallis.
Rallis.
Oh, that's pretty close.
And I think
Dallas, but with an R.
I think he would be a great option, dude. I mean, like I've said, I think he'd be a great option at the damn defensive coordinator. So, all right. So the defensive back coach, pass game coordinator is going to be Joe Woods. Joe Woods, I've said he could also be the defensive coordinator. I just feel like if you're going to go with him being defensive coordinator, you might as well just take a chance on Carl. But Joe Woods has all the background in the world to be the defensive coordinator too. I mean, he has a very long history. He's been really, really good. Veteran secondary guru, born in 70, with 33 years experience, including prior Raiders stint, DB 2014. So he was with the Raiders in 2014. DB's coached across Vikings, Broncos. And he was the DC.
He was Cleveland's defensive. Yep.
He was the Vikings, Broncos defensive coordinator in 2017 and 18. Niners pass game in 2019. Browns DC in 20 and 20 through 22. Saints DC 23-24. Raiders pass game DB is coach in 25. Strong in coverage concepts and player development. He's an in-house retain and Kubiak ties, Denver Saints.
And where are you putting him at?
While advising Scott on play calling. He's going to be he would be the defensive back coach, pass game coordinator, because he's already the defensive coach. He's the defensive back coach. So
yeah.
You can just give him a promotion tag. That's why I would just give him the defensive back pass game coordinator.
And where do you have Robbie Leonard?
He would be D-line coach. You said Rob Leonard?
Yeah, but they call him Robbie Leonard.
Yeah, he would be a D-line coach. Pay attention. Fucking so basically, like I said, I think Joe Woods would be he can either be the DC, or like I said, this guy can play just about any fucking where. He's got all the potential in the world. He's got connections with Kubiak from Denver and the Saints. You can move this guy anywhere defensively. So wherever they choose to give him a title, if they choose to keep him or not, I've even said it, and I'll keep saying it. He can be the motherfucking defensive coordinator too. So when you look at him, you look at Rallis, you look at Scott, all three can be defensive coordinators. And Nick has been the most current of calling the defense, and he's young and he has a lot of upcoming, so he can easily be a a really good option. But Carl Scott, it's like, I don't know, like from reports I've heard, he's had good connections with Kubiak. And I just strongly believe, like, if you're trying to help your boy, like, you're getting a head coaching job, and he's done good with his squad over there. So it's not like Carl Scott sucks. It's not like he sucks. He got a good squad over there. So I mean, the question is, when you have dudes like Joe Wood on our roster that can be a defensive coordinator, you have a dude like Nick Rallis that I don't think he's been picked up, and he can still be a DC. I mean, like I said, it'd be nice to get them all here and put them in these type of positions, and how I built the team. And again, if you miss on one of them, you still have either one of them could all switch to defensive coordinator. So when they get defense coordinator and you feel these guys, that's just coach's preference at that point. But
You got plan Bs going and shit.
yeah, exactly. I got 3 options to fill that spot at the
You
defense.
got went to plan C.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly.
You got A, B, C.
So I think either way you can hire down that board that way. And look, dude, I mean, if you even want to go a step farther, I don't know where Rob Leonard is as a defensive mind, like calling plays, scheming plays, things like that. But there's been a lot of talk about him being a defensive coordinator, first time coach. So I'm not going to say that they don't interview him and come to that conclusion. So, I mean, you can even throw Rob Leonard into that conversation.
Why not,
bro? That'll be.
Or why not keep him as D line coach and make him an assistant DC?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, labels
Give
are
him a
labels.
promotion, man. Say, hey, man, we see your worth, type of thing.
Yeah,
Stay
because
here.
like I said, I just don't know his scheme. I don't even know if it's something he would want to do. It's easy that we always, like say we were gonna give a guy a deal. I would just say before the Niners tried to get Joe Woods from us before they signed Raheem. Is that true? I heard he had an interview. Is that the interview?
They're today. Earlier today, I think he was going to go interview with the Niners.
Well, Raheem was signed the other day.
Yeah, Raheem was signed the other day.
Dude, Rudy, when fucking Jared Allen laid out
Rashim Shaheed, what you talking about? Rashim Shaheed?
No, he's talking about Raheem Morris, the defensive.
Oh, Raheem Morris. Oh, the DC. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Joe Woods is a sleepy candidate, bro. I'm just gonna be dead ass serious. That's why I've said he can be our DC. I mean, like I'm just favoring Carl Scott due to rumors and what people are talking about because of them being connections and shit like that. But I've said I believe Joe can most definitely be the fucking defensive coordinator here, most definitely, because he'll help protect Klint. He doesn't need to have the greatest superstar defense. He just needs continuity. He needs consistency, dude. If he can get stops, dude, that'll give Klint's offense time to get on the field and put up more points, dude. Like,
man, hey Dustin, hey Dustin, I can't wait to hear this press conference next week.
I mean, I'm fucking stoked. I just hope, like I said, everybody's thinking it. We just don't have a, Josh McDaniels type deal, but I don't think we will. I mean, I've said it, dude. When you look at coaches that's pulled out of jobs in there, it don't happen fucking very often at all. Like if it happens at all, period. So I think when you have Snyder basically he confirmed it on the deal. I don't think Snyder even says a word about Kubiak and the Raiders if it wasn't going to happen. Like, I don't think he mentioned it one fucking time. I bet
you Kubiak told them, you know what, we're focused this week, but just to let you guys all know, I'm out of here after the Super Bowl.
They fucking know, especially when
I think they know the writing's on the wall.
Yeah, damn right. And the agent probably let him know right away. Fucking the agent.
You're gonna need a new OC next season.
They probably knew about it before we did.
And that's why he probably said that on TV. Yep. I think that's why he said that on TV is because he probably is putting it out there like, hey, we're going to need an OC, so stick around. And I've said Klint Kubiak or Cliff Kingsbury has not, to my knowledge, yet taken a job. So I mean, fuck,
He hasn't.
that'd be a good spot for him to go. Seattle, right there, dude. Like it'd be a good deal the way he runs his offense and that deal. And you got to remember, a lot of these people are
And to
going to
get back to the Cardinals too, twice a year to get his get back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. He knows that division too. So, and you're telling me that he's going to get Sam Darnold. He's going to get Sam Darnold. I mean, fuck, come on.
To fuck up his
I don't
former
know, dude.
team too.
I don't know if Cliff is a fuck up OC or what. You know, like I don't know how to look at Cliff, to be honest. You know, like I don't know how to look at Cliff because it's like Arizona. You can see kind of like he picked Kyler, and he sucked. And don't get me wrong, he had 2 years, the rookie quarterback of the year with him. I mean, he didn't always suck. He had good deals. Just it didn't work out, is what I would say. But then when he goes to Washington, it was like something we were talking about the halfback coach earlier. It was like he had Mariota as his backup, and he couldn't go out there and win games. And Jon Gruden had Mariota and Peterman, and he made them look like superstars, you know, like so that's all I say. One coach can coach all
Mr. What was Peterman's nickname? What was it?
Peter Goat or
the goat? The goat? The goat Peterman?
It was
Didn't they used to call him the goat Peterman or something?
Yeah, you keep saying that now. I can't fucking
It was Norm. They called him Norm. Just kidding. Norm.
Either way, salute to everybody in the chat. Really do appreciate all you guys.
Yeah,
man.
salute to you guys.
Appreciate it, man. So keep going. I think assistant defensive backs coach is going to be Marcus Robinson. He's already on the Raiders. He's another guy that'll be retained by the Raiders. He's current Raiders defensive back coach. With Saints overlap in 24, provides continuity and veteran secondary insight.
Name again? I'm sorry.
Marcus Robinson or Robert? Robertson.
Robertson. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Assistant DB coach.
Yep, assistant defensive backs coach.
Got it.
Then I think the defensive assistant will be Daryl Tapp. 49ers staffer, 23, with Kubiak edge rush specialist for pass rush depth. It was like Peter Goat or something like that.
Yeah, Nathan Peter Go or some shit they used to call him.
I know that sounds fucking. This one would be another key hiring here, but this one can go a few ways here. So the assistant head coach defensive advisor. All right. I think it could be Leslie Frazier.
Frazier?
Yeah, I think it'll be Frazier. He's the Seahawks assistant head coach and 25 veteran leader for defensive mentorship and big picture guidance. He's been with them for a minute. So I would
2 years since McDonald got there. He's been there 2 seasons.
Yep. So I can see him, but I've also said I can see two other. I can see his dad, and I could also see Callahan being in there. So I can most definitely see one.
Brian Callahan, the Tennessee Titan former head coach.
Yep, I can easily see any three of them there. And then the strength and conditioning coaches, I don't see why you wouldn't retain them. I mean, they haven't really had any due to injuries.
Keep Gruden.
Fucking Deuce Gruden just set a record again. That little fucker.
I just don't see why. I just don't see why that we've got a good squad there. I think he'll interview and see. I don't see why you would get rid of them. They've been one of the top ranked specialist groups for.
What about a special? What about the assistant special teams coach?
I didn't do assistant special teams coach. I just did a special teams coach.
Well, you did the water boy and you didn't do that.
I mean, I can give you a guy if you want. I mean, it will not
I'm
take a
fucking with
second.
you, man.
I can.
Or that could be a woman, whoever.
No, I'm blown away by your list, man. You went into fucking detail, man. You spent some time doing some research.
Yeah, I mean, I just try,
Yeah,
but
that's
again,
what he
I
was
might not
doing all
get
day today.
I might
That's
not
what he
get.
was up to.
Yeah, I might not get nobody. I mean, I've said at the end of the day, it's just a preference. It's something like I've said. I might not hit on one fucking guy in that group. I might get a few guys, and some guys won't. From what I looked at, it is poaching, poaching without blocks, poaching players where they won't block us, poaching where they have connections with Klint. And just like I've said, I think you've got multiple defensive coordinators here. If you can't get, like, if let's just say that Schwartz is a possibility at some point, he would have to be a possibility in the next week. Like, they would have to know within the next week. But again, I don't think they're going to push trade or any of those things. So it only makes sense to go with in-house, or like I said, I would have probably went with like Morris. I would have most definitely tried to gone after Morris, but since he's not there, I don't really know who else you're like that you can shoot after like that. That I just think if you're going to go the route that they have to, just go young and get it out of the way. You never know if you go with Carl Scott and he knocks it out of the fucking park. Like that's why I left. That's why I put Woods down there at the pass game coordinator, because you already know who he is. So if Carl don't work, you got his replacement right there on the team. It ain't too fucking hard, like, but I don't want to be the guy where we're like, we would never know, like I want to know. I'm not afraid to worry about it. And any chance of Tom Cable becoming the line coach?
Hell no.
I think you bringing that up because of Raiders and Seahawks. So I get that reference there, fucking for sure.
Nah, he ain't coming here.
Salute, Jacob. Appreciate you.
What's up, Jacob? Hey, Jacob, give us a score on your team that you like for the Super Bowl.
Salute Cheeseburger, man. Salute STB. Salute Rosetown, man. Salute all you guys in there.
Yeah.
Dude. Salute Rudy. Salute to everybody, man. Hit Boy, Radio. What is it? Green. I'm just Green. Salute to all you guys, man. Fucking appreciate all you guys.
I'm about to get out of here in a minute.
That's pretty much what I think for the O-line or the squad there. I think it would be a pretty good, solid squad. And just like I said, I would go after the lineman I talked about last night and last night's night live, and I would go after Shaheed and maybe look at Gainsworth or drafting a halfback.
Gainwell?
Yeah, Gainwell. I would most definitely look to go after him or draft a halfback to put behind Genty. And then I think Walker just costs too much, man, if I'm just being, honest. So I found a video.
I gotta break in. I gotta break in for a second. Jacob, that score has already been picked, 24-17. So you're gonna have to adjust your score a little bit, either one side or the other, or both, whatever you want to do. So you can only one person can have the score, in other words, or we won't be able to figure out who wins. So just modify your score a little bit.
Yeah, Jason, like I said, I think he would be a great option, dude, because if you're gonna go out there and give a year to decide, I mean, what do you have to fucking lose? I mean, if you go out there, you hire him and he doesn't pan out, you move him back to DB coach, and then you hire a defensive coordinator next year. Like he said, 41-5 Seahawks.
I'm pretty sure that was not taken. That was quite the drastic change there, Jacob.
I mean, fuck, bro. You went from
I'm not
fucking
even fucking checking.
17.
I'm just writing it down.
You went 17 to fucking 5, bro. Like you doubled your score. Fuck. He said, I'm gonna pick $1 Sacktown for my score.
Jason, I already got your.
Yeah,
You already gave us your score. You're 31-17. 41-5. I got to break out my glasses so I can read this guy's name.
it's Jacob Ryan's. Jacob Ryan 7,000.
Okay, Jacob Ryan's. Gotcha, Jason. You're locked in, Jacob. I'm sorry, Jacob, not Jason.
Yeah, I mean, Jason, I mean, he's got good teaching deals. I mean, the guy's been a really good, really good coach over the last few years. I think he's a really good coach. So I'd most definitely be willing to give Carl the shot. And then if he pans out, that's more power to us. And if not, like I said, you got Joe. You can easily swap out and roll with him. So I don't think it's a big issue. I think we got a good little staff if we roll with that staff right there. I mean, we got options all over the place, dude. We got backups. And just like I said, even if we don't hire some of them, some of those guys are connected deep with Klint. They're coming, they're coming. So might not get all of them, but we're going to get some of them. So I just hope some of these, like the Joe Woods, he's here already. He's on our team already. So that's the thing. It's like, man, I sure hope he stays. Like, that's all I'm saying. Keep him here, promote him, and then let him stay here. Salute, Shad.
What's good? What's good?
Don't
What's
give
good?
as
What's up,
my square hits, but Pat's 23, Seahawks 20, in my opinion. Did you give your score, Cheese Man? I'll have Mike look at it. If Mike didn't get
Cheese?
it,
Would you say? Did you say Cheese Man?
yeah, Cheese Man, did he
Oh
give
yeah,
it?
he's got scoring. He's back on the original.
He said
Yeah,
23.
he's got Pat's 23-20.
There you go. He said as long as my square hits. I should have fucking paid attention to that part. My bad, bro. That was my bad. Salute, Ozzy. Appreciate you, man. Out and about today by the beach. Just wanted to show support from the chat. Hell yeah, appreciate it, man. Hey, I appreciate all your guys' support, dude. Appreciate all your guys' follows. Appreciate all you guys chatting in the chats, dude. Appreciate everybody coming on the panel and talking their opinions about the team. I mean, like I said, man, you guys have been really good over the last few weeks, dude.
All
I
right,
mean,
Dustin, I'm about to head out. I'm about to go to sleep. I'll see you. All right, talk to you guys later. All right, Mike. I'll wait till Mike comes back.
he's there. He's just on mute. What's it called? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. He does have Kubiak or Zimmerman contacts. That's why I've said and so was Carl Scott was there. Carl Scott was there at that time. So either way, like I said, I think it would be a really good option. John does pick Patriots to cover, so it's going to be a guaranteed Seattle cover. That could be very true. So Shad, do you have anything you want to add or talk about, or?
Hold on. Let me get my mic and everything set up.
Hey, Cortez.
What?
You fall asleep yet?
No, bitch.
Make sure you turn down the donkey porn, dude, so they don't hear it.
Oh, you're funny with your donkey porn. You were snoozing the other night.
No, fucking. He was in your buddy was in the chat that watches that midget donkey porn.
The midget porn. That fucker was watching it while we were live last night, I bet.
Why he was texting you.
Fuck that loser, man. This was a loser, bro. That's why he ain't back in the chat today.
Hey, fucking, that shit's hell funny. Discuss the Max Crosby rumor trade. Nah, man, I'll probably do that tomorrow. I mean, yeah, I'll probably do it tomorrow. I'm not gonna do that today.
I had a question. I've been trying to. I could have looked this up, but how long was Klint Kubiak the OC in Seattle?
Just this year.
Okay.
He was the Saints OC last year.
Saints OC last year.
Yeah, and then he was in the Vikings. Well, I almost think he was in the Niners first, and then the Vikings, and I think he was in the Vikings in 2021.
And so he was with the Saints for 1 year?
Yeah, he was with Kirk Cousins. When Kirk Cousins was there, he was the OC. Then when he went to, I think he was, if I remember, I'd have to look it up, but I think if this how it went. He was with Kirk Cousins with the Vikings for 1 or 2 years, and he was the OC there. Then he left and went to Kyle's squad, and then he didn't call plays. And then he left there. So I think that was what? So he was 23. Then he went over to the Vikings 24. Then he went to Seattle 25.
Okay, I'm gonna say this. I got mixed feelings about this hire, but just hear me out. He's the best hire that we had in about 10 years. That's what I believe. As a play caller, but this is where I'm kind of iffy about. I've been saying Sam Darnold I feel Sam Darnold is a top 7 quarterback in the NFL. He wins a Super Bowl, he's top 5. I'm not saying he's number 1, 2, or 3, but I always believed in Sam Darnold. I'm from California, so I watched him at USC. I knew he had the tools. He was drafted high for a reason. I know when he played with the Jets, they didn't have no talent. When he went to Carolina, they didn't have no talent. When he went to Frisco, he wasn't really there to start. But when he went to Minnesota, and I have a friend that's a big Minnesota Viking fan, and knowing that team didn't make the playoffs, knowing that they drafted a quarterback, and when he got injured, I said, Sam Darnold's going to have a good year because he's going to be able to play without looking over his shoulder. So he's going to be able to play loose. He put up, I think he had like 35 touchdowns that year. They win 14 games. Sam goes to Seattle. And I'm not saying that Seattle, the year before that, but Kubiak wasn't there. I think Sam added 5 more wins to their total, so they're there 14 wins. I don't know if it's Klint is really that good or if it is Sam Darnold really that good. And I'm leaning more towards Sam Darnold. I'm not mad with the hire, but I could be because they put all their chips on Klint. But they had Webb that I believe really wanted to be the coach of the Raiders. And then when I see that Sean Payton makes Webb the offensive coordinator, is one of these things that I feel like we are not going to know until a couple years down the line because Webb is going to be the successor when Sean Payton is ready to go. He's going to be the head coach. So I believe Webb might have been the hire that we should have had. I'm not mad at Kubiak. He's better than what we done had. We still don't know if he can lead man. And that's a key aspect as being a head coach. It ain't about a whole lot of play calling. It's can you lead man? Can these men rally around you and believe in what you're selling? We will find out because we had McDaniels and he wasn't a leader of man. He's a great play caller. He has a team in the Super Bowl again, but he wasn't a leader of a man because he felt like he was the smartest in the room. That's what I felt when it came to McDaniels. He felt like he was the smartest in the room, and we're going to do it my way, and I'm not going to listen to anybody else. But I'm just open to see what happens with Kubiak. I hope he becomes a great head coach, but I'm still up in the air because I don't know how much is it that it was Sam Darnold, because I'm watching Sam Darnold go to a team that did not make the playoffs. They win 14 games. He goes to another team with a whole different system, a whole different coordinator.
Well, it's not a
That
different.
team.
That's not true. First off, Sam Darnold left the Niners in Kyle Shanahan's system. Kevin O'Connell and that system is from Sean McVay. They're from the exact same system, Kyle Shanahan and McVay. It's the same system. It's the West Coast offense, Bill Walsh offense. And then guess where he went? He went to Seattle. Guess who's coaching that offense there too? West Coast offense. His dad, one of the fucking dudes that's been in it forever, Kubiak, runs his own West Coast out of the same deal. Bill Walsh goes through Kyle. Where do you think Kyle and them got it? Through them. Where did he get Kyle get it? Through his dad, which was through all of them. So they all run the exact same system.
Okay, they run a West Coast offense.
They run the exact same system. Kevin O'Connell
from Minnesota. From Minnesota.
No, from the Niners. He went to the Super Bowl.
No. What I'm saying
Darnold went to the Super Bowl in 23 with Kyle Shanahan.
What system do Minnesota run?
They run the West Coast offense. He came out of, I wouldn't say technically Kevin O'Connell is a McVay strictly person, but yes, his system is ran through McVay, Kyle Shanahan, the West Coast offense. It's the same system. And then that's what he runs in the Vikings. And then when he left there, he went from the same system straight over to Kubiak. That's in the same system, the West Coast offense.
Okay. So
he's a product of the system.
No. Okay, this is what I'm saying. I hear what you're saying, but yeah, he's choosing to go where they run a West Coast offense. I get that, but at the end of the day,
it wasn't coincidence that Kyle Shanahan took him to the Super Bowl in 2013. Then in 24, they knew that McCarthy had the injury and that they were going to do the surgery. It wasn't coincidence that they just picked Sam Darnold off that team to be their starter. That wasn't just mere coincidence. Like I said, he runs out of the same exact system, easy transition.
What I'm saying is they had other quarterbacks before running the West Coast offense. Sam, a lot of people don't believe in Sam. I'm a believer.
Who was before that? Case Keenum? He did good.
But they wasn't winning 14 games.
I mean,
I believe
Vikings,
Sam,
last time won 14 games. I don't even know
if Sam is playing, if he's playing in the West Coast system, that's all fine and dandy. But I believe, and the only way we're going to know this answer, because it ain't really a debate, we will watch what happens next year with Seattle. Even though they're running the West Coast, they'll have a different play caller. And we're going to watch what happens again.
That'll be Pets. I think that may be Pets, and that's Kubiak's protege. So
I don't think Sam Darnold is a system quarterback.
Why didn't he do good at the Panthers then? Why aren't we?
Because
what he did over there.
They didn't have no talent.
He didn't. He's a product of the system.
No, and he was young. Come on, man. We ain't gonna. I'm not. Look, this ain't a debate. This is just my. This is what my opinion of what I feel at this moment. I'm not. Look, I'm not gonna penalize Sam because he played at two bottom tier franchises at the time with no talent. And I'm not saying I don't think Sam is a system quarterback because system quarterbacks is like Brock. To me, Brock Purdy's a system quarterback. Until I see Brock Purdy go to a different team and win 14 games, then I won't say that he's a system quarterback. It's hard to win 14 games. It's hard to go. And the knock on Donald was, oh, he couldn't get past the rounds. Well, he got past the rounds. Everybody just remember Sam Donald for his bad games versus the Rams and what happened in Detroit. Those two games. But he done overcame the Rams. He done beat them twice now, 3 times. He done beat them twice. They lost that first one when I think he threw like 4 interceptions around the beginning of the season. But he done beat them twice. He done beat Frisco. He done beat good teams. And I'm not saying that it's just Seattle is just mainly him because they got a good defense, but he makes the plays that needs to be made. And I don't know if it's Kubiak. I don't want to say Kubiak's getting all the credit, and I'm not gonna say, but I do feel like Sam gets, if it was a pie, it's 60-40 until I see otherwise. That's all I'm saying. And I'm just going to leave it there.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I guess they won't know till next year.
And look, I'm not hating on Kubiak. I just don't know how good of a play caller he is. We will find out. We don't know. You know, everybody's saying that the Raiders is going to get Mendoza. That's what they supposed to say. We don't know if Kubiak is like, look, my quarterback is in next year's draft. Because we all know the Raiders is not going to fire Kubiak before his contract is up. They can't fire him before his contract is up. So he's going to play the length of his contract. And realistically, I don't look at the Raiders being a playoff team next year. Maybe some of these, but as Raider fans that believe we get Mendoza, we tweak the line a little bit. We're a playoff team.
That's delusional.
There's a lot of fans out there that believe that for some reason.
I know. I'm just saying it's delusional, though.
You know, we have a whole lot of holes other than quarterback in the offensive line, but I'm happy that Kubiak, we got somebody that could give Bowers the ball, run some different type of play looks, you know, and Genty, like he got pieces. We just don't know who the quarterback is going to be, and I hope they're bigging up Mendoza and they trade out that pick. They can't say, "Oh, we don't want the pick now." Like that's not even good business. That's not even smart football to say, "Oh, we're looking to sell right now." Like that, you ain't gonna get no value if teams know, "Oh, the Raiders don't want the pick." Okay, then just offer them 2 first-round picks and be cool. Nah. The more people keep talking about Mendoza and then he's this generational quarterback, and if Kubiak is on some, my quarterback is in next year's draft. We're going to trade this pick. We're going to build this team. We're going to take an L for next year because we was not projected to be a playoff team. And we're going to get some stability on defense. So by the time we draft next year, we could get our quarterback. Then I'm looking more. I'm not going to judge Kubiak until the 2027 season. 2026, if we win 2 games, I'm not tripping. If we win 1 game, I'm not tripping. But 2027, let me say this: if you draft Mendoza and we win 2 games, then I'm gonna be raising my eyebrows. But if we don't and we trade and we go with some type of another quarterback out there, if we stay with Geno Smith or whatever and we win 2-3 games, I'm not I'm not even looking at Kubiak like he's a failure because I want him to do good. I want him to do good. I believe he can do good. I just don't know to what level that he can be. Is he a Shanahan? Is he a McVay type of play caller? Is he going to get creative? Like that's what I want to see.
Who do you think drew up the plays in Seattle? I know Schneider didn't draw those plays. Those are his plays. That's his offense.
Mm-hmm. All those schemes, and shit.
No, I know he drew up most of that offense. I know. I'm just saying.
I'm
I'm
sure
just
he did
saying.
it
I just want to
all.
see. I want to see. When I say I want to see creativeness, I'm not saying not necessarily like him. It's just what we've been missing the last couple years with play callers is
I
not
mean, I'm
having.
pretty sure he kicked the shit out of the Rams, scheming JSN against them, embarrassed them. Embarrassed them.
Well,
I
yeah,
mean,
that's
if
the
we're,
thing. I
if we're
mean,
talking about scheming, and what he can do, I mean, that should show something in the NFC Championship game. He was just fucking toying with them, like literally, because they couldn't do shit with the dude. Like Kubiak finds your weakness and explodes it, dude, like massively. And especially on a game like that, when you need to be locked in at your highest point, one guy was, the other guy wasn't. Like like I said, I think Sam Darnold is a good quarterback. He was obviously a first round pick. He went to a failing organization. I'm just gonna have to say I think he's 100% product of the system, like for sure. Because the only time he started to have success was the minute he went to Kyle, and then just so happened to go right to the next successor, fucking Kevin O'Connell, and then the next one was Clint. Like that is absolutely not coincidence. I don't know what is, but I think the success he had was in there. So I'm absolutely not going to say that, does Sam have traits to help? Yeah, fuck yeah. It's why he's fucking going to the Super Bowl right now. I mean, there's 100% reason. But I know damn well once Seattle loses Clint, that team ain't going to be the same. That's for sure. And
especially
I
not with
know
everybody
when
else
we
we're
get into
getting.
the offseason, when Shaheed has a chance to either go back, he's probably going to come with Clint if he wants him, because Clint changing his career. Like it wasn't Seattle changed it, it's Clint that changed it. Uh, I mean, like I said, if we're not watching him on display right now in the toughest moment of the season, and his offense ain't struggled one time. Like his offense don't struggle at all. Like he goes downfield on any team like nothing. What is he? The second best team in the offense in the whole league. I mean, like I said, when you're a head coach versus a play caller, I think are two totally different things. I think coming here, like I said, he's going to be a first time head coach. He's going to have to go through deals. Most coaches struggle in the head coach and being an OC or DC. A lot of them struggle. So, I mean, I agree. I would have to wait till he gets here and he's no longer just calling plays. He's managing a fucking team now. So I would most definitely agree to say that he's going to have to most definitely show out here by his play calling. I don't think there's a debate about it. I mean, there's absolutely can't be a debate about it. The guy's been, it wasn't coincidence that Derek Carr just sucked the year before over with the Saints and Clint showed up the next year, and Derek Carr starts off the year as the best quarterback in the NFL, putting two back-to-back 40-point games up, dude. Fucking, he almost had 1,000 yards. Like, that shit was not just coincidence, like he balled out with Clint. And it wasn't just coincident that Kirk Cousins balled out when he was there too. So he most definitely has the tandems. And then guess who else got started out balling out in 23? Purdy, where he was there working with them. So I think I think Clint, everywhere Clint's been, he has shown either quarterback. It's more a veteran quarterback list besides Purdy, but he's had a lot of good success veteran where we don't have veteran. And from the reports I've heard, I'm pretty sure they're taking Fernando for sure. That's why they brought in Klint. That's why what they talked about in there was Mark likes Fernando and Mark wants Fernando. So unless the Jets are willing to offer up I would say 4 or 5 first round picks, I don't know if they're going to move the pick. I think they'll go with the quarterback. And I've talked about trading it and going after a quarterback next year. I mean, I know the scenario. I've damn talked about.
If the Jets give us 2 this year, if they give us 2 first round picks this year, 1 next year, and in the second round, hold on, let me finish. A second round pick this year and the second round next year, I would take that in a heartbeat.
I wouldn't. There's going to be at least 4 first rounders and a second, maybe a third, if not 3. If not that, 5 first rounders, all 5 of them. First
I mean, what was
overall.
it with the?
There's only one quarterback. They need a quarterback. There's only one quarterback that's worth the shit in this draft.
The only quarterback. The only fucking quarterback at the one spot.
Value was up.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. I mean, I
literally the reason why I said the 2 in the second round this year is because we definitely need linebacker help. We need defensive tackle help, and we need safety help. And we could get those with those 3 picks, and the 2 in the first and the 1 in the second. And then whatever we have with our pick next year, the reason why I said I'm okay with just the 1, because we will still have 2 first round picks, which we could still get whatever quarterback we want, because we'll be able to offer 3 first round picks, 2 and a future first, to get, if we was, let's say we was picking 10th, or which would be, if we was picking 10th, that would be crazy. But because it's going to be about 5 quarterbacks in next year's draft, that's probably going to go top 10. It's going to be 5 easy, quarterbacks that's going to go, at least if it ain't 5, it's going to be 3 for sure. That's going to go in the top 10. I think it's going to be 5. So if we needed to get a quarterback, we got those first 2. We got those 2 picks to trade up.
I say a minimum of 2 first rounders this year, 2 first rounds next year, and a second and third this year. If you only want to give us 4 of your, well, we're trading 1. So if you only want to give us 3 of your first rounders extra, then you're gonna have to throw some other shit in there. There's just no way. I'm not giving them 3 first rounders.
If they gave us 3 first rounders and 2 second round picks, and this 1 this year, 1 next year, that's a whole lot. To me, that's a whole lot. Especially if we're filling holes on this team, and we could get good quality pieces to play. On pretty much.
I'm just saying we can get more good quality pieces. I'm saying we can get more than that.
Yeah,
what I'm saying.
And look,
I
dude,
believe we can get more than more than 3 first rounders. There's just no way I'd do it for 3 or first rounders. I don't give a fuck how many other picks you want to give me.
Yeah, and I got told 3-4 days ago. It said the New York Jets have made it clear they're exploring to move up to the number 1 overall pick in the 2026 NFL draft. But don't expect the Las Vegas Raiders to budge. League sources indicate the Raiders are all in on quarterback Fernando Mendoza, viewing him as a true franchise cornerstone and the face of their rebuild. Despite outside interest and potential blockbuster trade package, Vegas has zero intention of moving off the top spot. Jets looking for their future quarterback, Raiders shutting the door on trade talks, Mendoza firmly locked in as their guy. From what I've heard, he's not going to fucking Jets. Like everything
we're kind of
is Klint and them are coming here to get him, and they are going to fix that line, give him the receivers, give him the players to make that offense flow. I mean, from what I've heard, I'm pretty sure that's what's going to happen. I mean, I've said it. I've said it. Tom Brady's been fucking locked in on him ever since they were in the championship game. Spy Tech, freaking Mark Davis for sure. And I've said this, and I'll keep saying it. Mark Davis, when he wanted Derek Carr, he tried to take him with the fucking 4th pick in the first round. And Reggie McKenzie told him, no, man, we're going to take Khalil Mack and we'll take Derek in the second because Arizona's the only team looking at him and they're not going to take him in the first. So all I would say is when Mark locks in on his guy, he's going to get his guy. And from everything I've heard is Fernando is that guy to them. They believe he's that guy. The way he talks, commands inside the deal, the way Tom Brady says he's so pure in the pocket. He said arm strength, shit like that, you can develop. You can't develop that accuracy and timing like that. He's just pure natural at it. And he just feels like if he was to give him the pocket, Mendoza diagnosis like that. He's not a guy that just holds on to the ball. Like he reads his reads pretty fast. So I've always said he sometimes is a one-person read, so NFL he's going to have to most definitely move off of that shit. But all I would say is I don't think the Raiders intend to trade that pick. If I'm just being honest, we got to always remember.
I know
fan talk isn't the same thing as what the Raiders are thinking. Fan talk is debatable questions between individual people that have nothing to do with the organization. It's just a conversation. When the organization says, hey, we're unless somebody offers 5 first-round picks, and if we're not comparing Trey Lance, dude, I mean, three in there, we're in the first deal. I mean, there would make no sense to just give the pick away for three first-round picks. You just kill yourself. And I agree with fixing the holes, but I've said it. The minimal trade to even start the conversation should be their second swap with our first, their 16, their second in this year, and then 2 or all 3 first-round picks next year. Like
exactly is what I was saying.
What?
I put his clothes in the bathroom.
Yeah, we don't fucking owe them no favors. So why would we go out there and do that? We're acting like frickin' Fernando can't go win games. That's crazy as fuck, dude. I mean, Geno Smith sucks dick, dude, and I'm pretty sure we can win games with Fernando. We're gonna win them with Aiden. So I'm damn sure we're gonna win them with Fernando. Fernando's not shown anything bad in his college, even at Cal or in Indy. Fernando showed he could be a good quarterback in the right system. And if we want to be honest, look the transition from Cal to Indy in 1 year. Look at the transition, man. What did he do? Go from like 14 to 40 touchdowns? You know, like a pretty big fucking jump. And to do that in 1 year in one system and acting like Kubiak ain't going to be able to develop him, that'd be crazy as hell too. I mean, he's going to be able to make it. I don't think he's going to have an issue. He's going to have Tom Brady. He's going to have fucking Kubiak. He's going to have a lot of fucking options over there. It's the best quarterback the Raiders have had in a minute, for sure. I mean, is Archie Manning better? I'm not going to argue that. I mean, but what's the odds of us having the first overall pick again? You know, like if we're sitting there saying, okay, we're going to give up the picks now for Aiden, Averill Reese. And yeah, I agree, man. I do agree. I believe fixing them holes would help the team a lot quicker. But I've also said this, if Klint gets his offense and he's putting up 35 points, I don't really give a fuck who's on the defense, man. They can just let the other team keep scoring. The thing is, Klint's going to outscore him. Like, and he's not going to win every game. But I guarantee you he's going to win 8 games even without that fucking defense because of his offense. So all I would say at the end of the day is build the offense and let the defense fucking be built over the next year or two. I mean, we're not expected to go to the playoffs this year. Everybody can agree on that, literally. So I don't see why we just don't let Klint build his offense, let him go out there and show the AFC West, like, hey, I can fucking compete, bitch. And then next year when they do get more money, more caps, because for the next 3 years, we're going to be holding the top 3 most money in cap. So they can most definitely build the defense because they build all the offense right now. So they can build the defense in the next 2 years. And then after that, I mean, you're going to do with what you have. But if they can build it right, man, I mean, the team's going to be a very competitive team. And I don't care. We don't need a top fucking 5 defense. His offense will be that. So we don't need top 5 defense. He'll be able to score points. Just give us top 15 defense, top 15, top 12. We'll win. We'll fucking win. And I mean, I'm not going to say, hey, I'm against having a top 5 defense. I'm absolutely not. But I don't think Klint needs that to win. And as much as I've said it, yes, I'm 100% for Davis Webb due to the fact of how he would develop Fernando or any quarterback that we had here. And I've always said I'm a Trinidad Chambers fan. You know, like I like Trinidad Chambers, but just because I like him don't mean the Raiders like him. You know what I mean? Don't mean the Raiders are gonna go get the guy. I mean, I feel like sometimes it would make more sense for the Raiders to get Carson Beck than it would make them to get Trinidad Chambers. Carson Beck can play year 1. He plays in a pro-ready offense. He's going to know already. So, and not only that, he looks better. He just looks more pure than anybody out there at the moment, just of how he played. So, like I say, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. There's a lot of possibilities, but I wouldn't get worked up over hypotheticals either. You know, like we got to stay to the script of what they're doing until further. Otherwise, there's no point to get worked up in a conversation over Jim Schwartz being the coach when the team ain't even said they would even release cut him. You know, those are just hypothetical conversations until there's any backing or validation behind it. I wouldn't waste the time on, you know, trying to be like, well, if, you know, why would we want our team to lose or not succeed? Let Klint get in there, let him go show you if he's Josh McDaniels or he's the next fucking Ben Johnson. I mean, he's got to show it. He's got to have that result on there. And it's just like I said earlier when we started the coaching deal, like, I don't play favorites, dude. I'm not here to play favorites to an individual. I'm here to try to do what's best for the team. You know, it's just like I've said about picking up Malik. People don't want. I don't give a fuck. I just need the dude for 2 fucking years. Like, I'm not trying to make him a career starter. I just need the guy to come in here and compete. Do I want Aiden? Yeah, but there's nothing saying that that Clint's going to want him because nobody's wanted him yet. So will you give him a chance? I don't fucking know. I have no idea. But I know one thing. The history of head coaches that come to a team always bring their own quarterbacks, man. I mean, they always bring a quarterback or go get a veteran quarterback. So they don't want to just die by somebody else's pick, you know. Like I've said, I think there's so many options here. Like at the end of the day, I mean, Klint can bring the offense. Just give him the offense first. Fuck the defense. I can care less about the defense. Max, fucking all these guys, I don't care how many sacks you get. You ain't winning fucking games. So why should I invest in the defensive side of the ball unless I'm investing into corners and safeties? And I've said it. Just cure up the backfield. I don't give a fuck if Patrick Mahomes is a quarterback or not. If he can't throw the ball to the fucking corner because he's either going to jump his route or he's blanking in this fucking guy, Patrick's going to have to hold on to the ball a little bit longer. Then he's probably going to have to run the fuck out of the pocket. And then he's probably going to have to go run for the first down. Like, corners and safeties make goddamn sure good quarterbacks like them can't throw the ball. But when you say, well, I want to just build up front 7 and I want to put pressure on there. We want to have Max Crosby here and this, that, the other. Okay, Max ain't fucking slowing him down. No matter how fast Max gets across the back of the fucking field, Patrick knows I'm going to burn Kai Blue Kelly's ass. He knows it. He just, hey, fucking one-on-one, fucking right to him. 100-yard game, fucking touchdown, fucking. He already knows. So Max ain't going to get shit all day long because he knows I can throw a beat on this dude all fucking day and nobody going to stop him. So when you have that, Max is irrelevant now. He puts nothing on the fucking field but height, run across, throw the ball. You know where Max puts that on when that corner fucking holds up on that dude and fucking Patrick says hike and he looks over there and he's like, oh shit. And fucking that's where it changes the fucking game. But for whatever reason, people think put the pressure down on the front and they're no, we got quarterbacks these days that'll burn that shit. We have quarterbacks that know how to read, put drags in, motions in. They know how to fucking burn that shit all day long. So the way that you stop that shit is put good corners, good people that can press, put a stop on the motherfucker. You know, like we haven't had that for a long time. You know, and the last time I think we had it was with Rod Woodson as the goddamn cornerback coach, dude. And I think when Rod Woodson left, that's when this whole fucking team just went to shit in them fucking time span over there. But I wasn't too much for fucking Ken Norton at the time, but I did like Rod Woodson's fucking cornerbacks, man. They were all pretty good. Fuck, they even took David Amerson, fucking made him look pretty fucking good. I don't think we've had a good cornerback in I couldn't even name it. Probably David Amerson. I don't know. Out of all you guys, like with the coaching staff and Clint and them, like, where do you guys see year one? Like, where do you guys see year one? Do you see us winning games? Do you see development? Do you see how many? Like, how do you see year one? Like, where do you see it? We'll start with Mike, Aaron, and then Shot. I'm gonna check my
Okay.
I'm gonna check.
Um,
So just go through your guys' deal.
what I want to see is some freaking development. So this is what I see that can happen. I'm not expecting a miracle. I'm not expecting to go to the playoffs, win a playoff game. If we do, great. But um, I just want to see development. The team showing up, looking like they know what they're doing. They can read defenses. The O line can read the defense and adjust to stunts and stuff like that. All the little stuff like that. The communication. I want the communication picked up. With that, if that does happen, I could see us maybe 5, 6 games wins. I'd be happier than shit. But I just want to see the development, the team looking like they know what they're doing. They come on the field, and if you get beat by a better team that day, you get beat better because we got a long ways to go to build up this roster. I mean, we're just looking to, get some really good starters. We still have to worry about depth after that, so it's going to take a couple years. So as long as we're looking good, everything's you know coming in line. I think we'll get 5 or 6 weeks, 5 or 6 wins. I'd rather get 5 or 6 wins with it looking like that than than without, because it would still mean nothing if we just lucked into a few games. In other words, so that's what I'm looking for. I'm done. Who was next? Aaron Shad. When are you two gonna go next? Is everybody frozen?
Oh, did everybody go?
No, I said mine. I think something
Aaron,
happened
you
to
there? Or Shad?
neither one of them said nothing.
Aaron's gay. He probably fucking fell asleep. Shad, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm still there. I'm still working. So I'm just
Oh,
listening. I'm gonna jump in.
oh no. Aaron, you not there or what? Hey, fucking Martinez, fucking. He's all they both Dustins. Aaron,
Someone's snoring. Oh boy, you're never gonna live that one down, Dustin.
hell no, I'm fucking passed out. I don't give a fuck. I was tired as fuck, man. I think Aaron went to sleep. Um, Snoring both says year one, I think Kubiak and Mendoza are such a bold, important move that they win 9 games. All those losses won't be necessary. Ugly either. The next year, even better next year. Culture established. I mean, shit, Rob, that'd be great, huh? I mean,
No. Well, the thing is, Mendoza's probably not going to be playing this year.
drafting a quarterback and building a roster to suit his style. I mean, shit, that'd be good. Said talk that shit. I mean, who knows? Spytech could cook this draft free agency, get us some key players. I can see them making the playoffs. I mean, hey, dude, he did a really good draft last year, so he just needed someone to coach
Yep.
him. Quality of picks don't mean quality picks. Quantity of picks don't mean quality picks. Jon Gruden, offensive coordinator. Fuck, I mean, I wish, but I know they're not going to do that. Casey Hayward Jr. was good under Gus. Hey, I mean, he was, dude. I mean, he was. That's fucking facts. He just slowed down at the end of the year, but for all the pretty much 3/4 of the year, he played pretty good. There's so much more Mendoza than what film breaks down will give you. Mendoza is the perfect quarterback prospect for Kubiak, all about football, a leader and willing to learn and get better and better. Klint came here before Mendoza. He believes in that kid. I mean, I've heard that's why he came here. I want to sweep the Broncos with Kubiak and shut up Peyton for all that shit talking. Facts, even promoting Davis Webb to the OC and then still have that happen. Geno Smith at this point isn't even a backup. His time is up, just like Russell Wilson. That's facts, bro. He said facts, Dustin. Besides get Brock a QB now, we have an elite weapon that needs a quarterback he can rock with, I think is what he meant. The sooner we fill that need, the longer they will terrorize defenses. Brock has never had a good quarterback. Very true. Salute to Dougie. Salute to all you guys, man. I don't know if you're still near Dougie, but I don't know if you have an entry for the score. If you do, just put in your score, put in your team, and put it in the chat, and then Mike will write it down. And then after the Super Bowl, he'll let you know if you won. So just make sure, like you said, if you put in a score that's already been taken, he'll let you know, and then you'll change it a little bit. Pierce, get you wins. Pieces get you wins, and wins take you further away from a QB. Can't win without one. Just because there's a buffet of quarterbacks next don't mean they are better than Mendoza. I don't think Archie, Sellers, Moore, etc. is better than Mendoza. Well, I mean, I would say in this conversation, I would say Moore. I think Archie fucking damn sure better than Mendoza. Sellers, I mean, I think Sellers is fucking absolute trash as fuck. So, I mean, I don't even know why his name even in that conversation. Moore, if Moore develops, he's most definitely going to be a better quarterback than Mendoza. It's just he needs
he did a smart move. He did a smart move, man, staying in.
Yeah, I would say CJ Carr should have been on this list. I think fucking what's his name that fucking went over to LSU fucking oh fuck, why am I spacing his fucking name?
Oh, I know who you're talking about. LSU, you talking about Nussmeier?
Nah, that it's oh man, it's Arizona State's quarterback, dude. Fucking
Oh, I thought you said LSU.
He did. He went to LSU. He transferred to LSU. Fucking, he's a good ass fucking quarterback.
Look it up for you.
I don't know why I'm spacing his fucking name right now. Absolutely just spacing the fuck out of this dude's name.
LSU quarterback.
The fuck is his name? Levitt, Sam Levitt. That's right. Fucking Sam Levitt will be fucking good over there. I mean, they got numerous good quarterbacks next year, but the question is if you're giving up the picks and you're getting the players in compensation like Averill Reese, yeah, I mean, I would wait on CJ Carr, Levitt, any of those dudes. The problem is there are a lot of dudes that fell off. So there's a lot of dudes that fell off. So that's a big chance you're taking next year to hope that you're still within a top 5 pick and that they all had good years. You know what I mean? So, and then there'll be some guys that are still eligible to stay for another year. It can get real dangerous. I mean, I think that's why they're stuck with Kubiak and locking in on him right now with Mendoza is just because it's too hard to say where you'll be, if teams will want to trade, who's wanting quarterbacks, where they're at. Like, you don't want to get screwed having, like you guys say, having Brock, having Genty, having Tucker, Besh, and all them, and not getting no production from them. I mean, like I said, I would try Aiden, but they didn't try him at all. So I don't know what to say about that. We aren't guaranteed getting a QB next year. Facts. Great question. I can answer that, but you're gonna say more.
Yeah, I'm not so sure CJ Carr's coming out next year.
That's what I'm saying. There's nothing guaranteeing, and there's nothing guaranteeing Archie comes out next year either. So,
I mean, CJ Carr was just a redshirt freshman this year, and he did that good. I mean, I love
if
my
he's a
Notre Dame
freshman,
players,
he can't come out for 2 years
no,
anyway.
he's a redshirt freshman, so basically he's
Oh,
a
yeah.
sophomore.
So,
But
yeah. Then if he's a junior, he can come
yeah.
out next
So
year.
if he comes out, he can legally or technically come out next year. Not technically, yeah, he can come out next year as a junior. But but I hope he stays in. I think he should be staying Notre Dame one more year. Man, sure started off with a boom. Man, he made a name for himself very quickly. Way better than Riley Leonard, the previous quarterback.
Salute Raider Nation 510.
What's up, Raider Nation? What's his side name again?
Raider Nation 510.
Oh, I thought he had a side name for some reason.
Oh, I don't know. I don't. Let's go up here. We have 10 draft picks, bro. 100%. Like, we have fucking so many fucking draft picks. I mean, if we can't make trades and shit, we suck. We probably shouldn't be playing football. Fucking phone's over here about to fucking die. All right, let's read through these real quick, and then I'm gonna hop off. Fucking my kid's in here sick, and he wants me to chill with him because he can't go to sleep.
I heard somebody threw up.
Yeah, Austin. He ain't feeling too good.
That sucks.
Yeah, it sucks when they fucking throw up shit because I hate cleaning it up, but I do feel bad for him.
Right.
All right, so I think we left off here. Let's go this way now. It's the perfect Mendoza, perfect prospect. Kubiak, all about football, a leader, and willing to learn and get better and better. I mean, facts. There's so much more in Mendoza than the film breakdown. Casey Hayward played better into Gus, which I think we did talk about that already. Gruden offensive coordinator, quantity of picks means, yep, I did remember talking about that. who knows? Spytech might cook this deal. That's I said with that one too. Drafting a quarterback and building a roster to suit his style. Year one, I think Kubiak and Mendoza are such a bold and important move that they win 9 games. All losses won't be necessary or necessarily ugly either. The next year, even better. What do you think? You think they can get 9 wins?
Me? No. I'm not expecting it anyway. I'd be happy. Oh, you were gone. That's right. You took a break. You had to go do something. I said I wanted more continuity, more looking like they knew what they were doing. They could read deep. The offensive line could read defensive stuff and stuff. But I was thinking 5 to 6.
5 to 6. I'd be cool with that. Anywhere between,
Mm-hmm.
5 and above, I'm all right with for year one.
Yep. Yep.
Because
Just
see, if
look
Pete
like
would have
just
came
like
in
you
today,
know what you're doing. That's the main thing.
dude, if
And if
Pete
we
would
get
have
2 or 3 wins,
just came in and said he was rebuilding, I don't
mm-hmm.
think anybody had a fucking problem with it.
Right.
Problem is, he didn't say that. He said we're winning 10 fucking games, and that's all I do is win, 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 blah blah blah, blah blah blah. No,
I
nothing.
don't care who hears it.
Yeah, because you're expecting to win at some point in the season, and when you don't win, you're like, yeah, this fucking guy's a bum, dude. Like straight up. Year one, I think Kubiak and Mendoza are such a bold, important move that, yeah, okay, I just read that. My bad. He said they both pulled dust and fucking someone snoring, fucking guy, I swear. Said who knocked out. Said when I hear Mendoza did the same as Curtis Ruger and he went in the 7th round. Okay, maybe fucking torn ACL pushes him down. Mm. I mean, the ACL obviously had a massive part in it, but I don't think Ruger had 40 touchdowns. I could be wrong, but I don't think Ruger had 40 touchdowns if I remember right. Man, now I gotta fucking look up this guy. I don't think he had 40 touchdowns, but I could be wrong. I think yardage, if I can recall, they were probably pretty close. Well, I mean, I can tell you fucking instantly where this dude. I mean, there is a clear fucking stat line that most definitely separates these two for sure. All right, so let me look at that one more time. So I mean, I know Way when in the 7th round, but the ACL tear, most definitely had a big issue on it. But he also ain't no Heisman. He was 9th in the Heisman trophy candidate. Again, like I said, he only threw for 29 touchdowns. He wasn't even close to Fernando in touchdowns. Yardage, he was under by 500, but he also played 4 less games due to the fact that they went all the way to the championship and won it. But where I know the biggest problem here for Ruger versus Fernando is one, Ruger rushed 46 carries for a negative 35 yards for 2 touchdowns. Like, the guy is garbage as fuck when it comes to rushing. When you look at Fernando rushed 90 carries for fucking 276 yards and 7 fucking touchdowns. There's a massive fucking difference there between Ruger and Fernando right there alone. And then I would say stat, if you're just saying stat comparison, I mean, Fernando has a 3% higher completion percentage at a 72%, where he's a 69.4, which is still pretty good. So I'm not gonna say complain on there. Passing yards 3,000 to 35. Their yards per attempt was pretty similar, but I would also ask, was that the same offensive coordinator last year as it is this year? Because you got to remember, more times than not, when you see yards like that are that close and yards attempt, that means that's a system that they're running on play depth in the deal. So I would assume that's the same coordinator last year to this year. I'm assuming. I don't know. Then you're looking at passing touchdowns. I mean, you're looking at fucking 29 to fucking 41. Interceptions 5 and 6, 5 for Ruger, 6 for Fernando. Rushing yards, it's like I said, he's negative he's fucking 2 rush for negative 35, where Fernando's 7 rush for 276. The games played 12 and 16 due to the fact they went all the way to the championship. I don't know if I would say, I don't think I would say Ruger is the same as Mendoza. I mean, I would say that the fucking system, it's the system that is why their yardage is matched up as well. And don't get me wrong, I know, well, so he would have had the same receiver. So I'm saying it's 100% on Ruger why he did that. Because what did we say? He came with 13 of his players, right? 13 of them.
Yeah, from James Madison.
Yeah, and he brought Surratt was one of them, right? Surratt was
Oh
one of
yeah,
them.
yeah. I think I have a list, or no, I didn't
Was
write
it
it down.
Cooper too?
I
Was
pulled it
Cooper
up
one
one
of?
night.
Was Cooper one
Huh?
of them too, or no?
I can look it up real quick for you, man. Yeah, I didn't write it down. I just looked it up. Thursday at
I mean,
13.
yeah, I
Uh,
don't think it's too big of a deal, but it's my point is like he had good
what
weapons
all
too.
players did Signetti bring over from James Madison to Indiana? Oh shit, I forgot to mute before I did that. Okay. Oh yeah, we forgot one, a big one. Aiden Fisher, the linebacker, wide receiver Elijah Surratt, defensive end Malik McCall Kamara, running back. Oh, here's a big one. Running back Kalon Black, quarterback D'Angelo Pons, the 5'9" wonder. Uh, James Cook. So let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah.
So he played with all the players that
But
fucking
Cooper's not on there, just to let you know.
yeah, he played with pretty much a good majority of the players besides Cooper.
Yeah. Well, and the big thing about the team was too, man, their average age was fairly close to some NFL teams.
Yeah, their average age was 23, and the lowest
Mm,
age in the NFL is the Packers at 25.
mhm.
Yeah, they
That's
literally
pretty
compared
insane.
them. They compared the Hoosiers to Tampa Bay. They said they're the Tampa Bay of college, or the Tampa
Mm,
Bay, Green Bay. They're the Green Bay Packers of college, is what they said.
yeah. It's like, man, he's like, you talk about win now mentality. That's what exactly what he did.
Yeah, he went out and got a people that were, like I said, the 5-star shit is overrated when he went out and got experience. He didn't give a fuck about the 4 or 5-star dudes. He went out and
Hmm.
got a whole fucking roster of experienced players in junior and senior years. They were just way better than them, period.
I like Signetti, man. That dude's a badass, man. I
He's
like the way
smart.
he thinks, man.
Dude, you're gonna watch all kind of fucking college teams start doing what that motherfucker's doing. They're gonna be like, "Yep, we ain't doing that 5-star bullshit." They're gonna be like, "It's
Yeah.
good if we get one, but let's get fucking people that are bigger and better so we win."
Yeah. What have you and I both said? All these rankings, all these awards, all this other shit. It's bullshit, man. Pro Bowl's bullshit. I mean, Heisman's bullshit. Everything's bullshit. It's just, yeah. You can't sit there and go, oh, well, he was a 5-star. There's so many. Look at Max Crosby for an example. I mean, 0-star, had one team offer, one college offering, a scholarship. And look at him. Well, I know you know, lately he's been injured and everything, but I'm still saying, great player. It doesn't matter how many stars you have, what awards you won in college. Best center of the FBS, best wide receiver, best this, best that. They don't mean shit in the NFL.
Nope.
Ask Lincoln Kennedy; he'll tell you. I don't give a shit what you did in college, man.
Yeah, because most accolades don't transfer over to college. It's
Right.
like I said that one night where that guy just went on some whole fucking bullshit tandem. But like I said, just because you win Heisman, just because you win a championship, just because
Right.
you get the buckets, just because you get any, does not mean you're going to do that in the NFL. More times than
Yeah.
not, people that have better success or later round draft picks due to the fact only that they get
Hmm.
longer time to develop in the NFL. They don't have so much
Hmm.
pressure put on them like first round year one players do. They got to
Hmm.
succeed now. They got a lot of money on them now. So if they don't succeed in the next 3-4 years, they're probably out of the NFL. Where if you look at later round picks, they usually go into their second contracts. And when they're in their second contracts after year 4, going in 5 is usually where they start to pick up. And then from then they start having great careers. And then the ones that stay in the league the longest, like literally. So and play at a good level because they had time to develop. It's first round picks get the shaft because they want them now. Do some people who there are ways to fill holes or need in other ways than the draft. For drafting Mendoza. Imagine we go
Read
and
that
get
again.
Smith next year. So look, dude, you want to know what I don't know if a lot of people know this, dude, but the Raiders were trading for JJ McCarthy last year. And we were trying to trade for him. And the reason that we were trying to trade for him is because the Vikings were trying to lock up Sam Darnold. And they were trying to lock up Sam Darnold to stay there for a long term, but they couldn't get the deal done. He ended up going to the Vikings going to the Seahawks. And then they decided that they didn't want to trade JJ at that point. But if the Vikings could have locked up Sam Darnold, we would have had JJ McCarthy on our team. And I don't know if he would have been better. I don't know how that would have worked, like with him there. But I always think about weird shit like that where we could have almost done something, and almost only counts in hand horseshoes and hand grenades, but you never know. I mean, I if I'm just being honest with you, STV, I fucking don't see any way we're comparing Ruger to Fernando. I mean, Fernando literally showed you can ball play where Ruger, he can't even run the fucking 46 runs and he got negative 35 yards. I mean, fuck, dude. I mean, just say you suck. Just say you suck without saying you suck. I mean, that's garbage as fuck. I mean, and then, like I said, he got over almost 10, 11. So he's 12 touchdowns under him. Literally had the same players. Cooper's a badass, so I'm not going to argue that. Cooper's a little badass motherfucker, so.
I'd almost rather have Cooper than Surratt.
Fuck yeah. I mean, for this system, we want Cooper. We don't want Surratt. We want Cooper.
Right.
In this system, we want
that contested catch guy.
Yeah, we want to get if we go with Shaheed to spread the field in the deep field and push those safeties and keep them honest. You go with Tucker, man, where he can get underneath and run them slants and across. I mean, you go with Cooper that can do the same damn thing right across, slants, drags, everything. I mean, you're going to be too tough to contain, dude. I mean, Bowers is the contested catch guy, dude. You go put him in those deals with those other guys running around, puts him in one-on-ones, and it's going to be game over. It's going to be fucking 9-9. And people got to remember, you got to keep an eye on Genty too now, because he went on last year and, caught a lot of balls last year and did just fine. So people, you can't sleep on nobody on this roster, man. If we had Omar Cooper and fucking Shaheed, I mean, I think with Bash and them all, I mean, we're going to be fucking dangerous, dude. We're going to be fucking dangerous. And that's even if fucking Fernando's playing year one.
I don't think he will be.
I don't think he should.
We might see him later in the season. Who knows? But
I think they'll just gauge him.
We're all just trying to guess what this whole new staff is going to do. It's impossible.
Yeah, I think what'll happen is they'll just give him a chance in OTAs and preseason, and if he shows he can earn it, he can get it. If not, then he'll sit. I mean, and even if he can, I mean, Brady has said numerous times he just thinks the worst thing for year one quarterbacks is just getting thrown into the fire. He was like, fuck, you can learn so much more being on the bench like he was, practicing, wanting it, like just a lot more competitive. I agree. I think fucking Genty can get McCaffrey numbers too, for sure. Oh, Bill Bailey. Who do you guys think should be DC? I mean, I talked about it already earlier. I think you can go with Carl Scott. I think you can go with Joe Wood. I think you can go with Rob Leonard. I think there was another guy I said on this team that we got. We can go with fucking.
Yeah, you said shit. You had oh shit, I'm on the wrong page.
Who the fuck did I?
You mentioned Curtis, how you're Cola Rock or whatever. Nick Rallis and Joe Woods is possibly besides
Who was it?
uh
Who were the ones? I know it's
um
Woods.
Curtis, yeah, Woods. You said Nick Rallis, and you said
Oh yeah,
Curtis
Nick Rallis. Yeah,
Cola Rock or something like that. Beyond your Carl Scott prediction.
yeah. It's yes. Nick Rallis is the Cardinals guy, and he can be a pretty good dude. And I think, like I said, he can come here and be the linebacker coach, or he can be the DC. I think, like I
Mm-hmm.
said, Joe Woods can be the DC because he's here already and has familiarity with them. Said Rob Leonard could probably be it, but I don't think he would. And fuck, there's one
Yeah, he
more.
had Rob Leonard's possibility for D line.
Rob Leonard would, Carl Scott, and Wood, Leonard, Scott.
Colorat, or how you say his name.
Who is
Curtis
it?
Curtis Kolurok. Colorat. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
That was your other one. Your main D line coach, and then you also had a possibility on Rob Leonard, if depending on if they're going to keep some coaches. In other words, you said you throw that him at, put him on the list. That's what you said.
Yeah, I can do.
See, I got all this documented for you, man. So when you're right, I said, fuck 100%, dude. I got this written. I'm not going to get
Andrew
it notarized or
Durden.
nothing, but I did write the date on the
I
top.
would like to get Andrew Durden, but I don't think they're. I don't think he's the. I think they block him. Fuck, man. I feel like going back through all my notes. I don't know if I'm just fucking scrolling over it. And oh, stupid shit. I fucking.
What happened?
I'm trying to think is who the fuck it is. It's so it's Joe Woods, Nick Rallis.
What we say again?
All right, Woods, Rallis, Jim, and fucking Carl. Those were the four.
Yep.
All right. I was sitting here thinking, I'm like, fuck, man, I couldn't find my goddamn note. It took a minute. All right, well, fuck it, dude. I'm about to ready to hop off here, dude, so I can get my kid to sleep. I can get up. I got to get up at 4. So outside of that, appreciate all you guys always being up in here. What about Chris Pratt or Partridge for DC? I mean, I'm not against him. He's not bad. This is true. His shift track is the 101 at 1 a.m. Facts, dude. I mean, I ain't gonna fucking lie. I don't miss that at all. That Carl is gonna be the pick. Yeah, I mean, I think Carl Scott has the best chance, if I'm just being honest with you guys, man. But anything's possible. You know, I'm open to anything if they're good. I just feel like Carl's just got too much with them. I feel like and don't get me wrong, we can read into too much shit. They can be like, oh, we're gonna pick this fucking guy nobody even heard of. I don't know. I don't think so, but you know what I mean. Why did he say Collier? Collier, why did you say that, bro? Outside of that, if you want to give a shout out, man, and then Bush, they said we would bring in Partridge as a special team coordinator. Hey, I mean, shit, that wouldn't be bad. That wouldn't be bad at all. All right, if you want to give a shout out before we bounce up out of here.
Yeah, I will give a shout out to the chat, man. I mean, chat's been sticking with us all night, as usual, throwing out some good comments, answering questions when we needed a question answered from you guys. Appreciate you guys, man. And Dustin, thanks again as usual for having me on with the show with you, man. I appreciate it, man. It's always fun talking Raider stuff and listening to Raider Nation.
Hell yeah, facts, dude. Appreciate you being here. Appreciate you going over the deals. Appreciate taking everybody's scores and doing everything, man. Like I said, without you guys, we wouldn't even have this shit. So, like I say, we all contribute. We all bring our own deals, and that's why I love it as much as I do. So, outside of it, yeah, I miss Oakland. I mean, yeah, it's facts. It's hard to, go from that environment to this environment, but sometimes in order to welcome change, you just got to give it a chance, So now that it got Klint, I mean, we got to give it a little bit longer. But if we can't win with Klint, I'm just going to feel like we're never meant to win again. So I don't know who else you're going to get to fix the team after that, So either way, I appreciate all you guys being here, talking in the chat, putting out your comments, everything like that. Tomorrow we'll most likely be back here talking about Raiders football again, and I don't know what the topics will be, but we'll figure it out by then. Yeah, I have no fucking idea what tomorrow will be. Oh, we can talk about Max, actually. I can make a deal for Max. Yeah, you know what? I can probably do that. Unless I hear some news or something that pops off, I'll probably just make it for Max. But outside of that, like I said, I appreciate all you guys, man. Appreciate the comments. I know that was pretty cool watching him walk around the Coliseum today, man. That shit was badass. I wish Gannon would have went with him, like when he asked him that he wanted him to go with him over there. So, but Gannon probably he wasn't there just to walk around. He was there for having to do shit with the Super Bowl.
Right.
But long story short, really do appreciate you guys. I hope you guys have a great night. I got to get in there and help my kid out, man. And I always say stay safe. Don't drink and drive. Raider Nation for life, baby. Peace out. Catch you tomorrow.
Night, everybody.